strangers to scandal. And Anthony on satellite radio. Those hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie here.
Controversial team.
Comment profanity-laced Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy gag. Opie and Anthony show.
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
This is dangerous.
There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't tongue an asshole.
Psychotic, sexual deviance.
I just want to take it in the shitter like a good fruit.
Really, it is a very, very bad thing.
Go fuck yourself.
It's unbelievable.
I love it.
We know we're great. Everyone knows we're great.
Complete horseshit. This show's never short of characters.
We're just dicks.
We don't get you one way, we fuck you the other way.
This is like what goes on in a mental institution.
I'm the Opie and Anthony virus, and I'm here to infect you with hilarity.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Here it is.
Good morning, everybody.
Here we are. Don't fret. We're back from a weekend.
So I've been holding back for 3 days.
Really? You know, when you come, it's going to go fucking really high.
It's going to hit the ceiling
now. Yeah. That's the best about holding back.
There she blows.
Yeah.
No, the only reason I held back for 3 days is because we don't do weekend radio.
Yeah.
Got an email.
A few emails, yeah.
Got an email over the weekend. I don't even know what day. I think it was on Friday, though. And, you know, people laugh when I yell and scream and say,
no, they don't.
I don't want to work with rookies. But I don't want to work with rookies. I don't want to work with people that don't understand our show and how things are done.
Leave.
Said rookies, not retards.
Oh.
Stupid Canadians fan. Travis loves the Canadians.
Yeah, I've married one.
How do we start this? So, the homeless shopping spree is in 4 days.
4 days, yeah! Come on, everyone. Let's get pumped.
Have
Come
fun.
on, let's get hot. No?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well,
Have a good time.
yeah. There's a lot of things
Have fun,
going on.
have fun.
I don't think Jimmy officially could do it. I don't think we officially could do it. It's a clusterfuck. I'm not even going to lie to you. And the reason it's a clusterfuck is because we work with rookies. People that work for this channel are rookies, and it has to be said.
Is it rookies or is it a complete lack of understanding of what this show is about and what we've done to
No. They're rookies.
be successful?
I'll explain why they're rookies, Ant.
All right.
Because they're in the game. This is like, quote, the majors.
The game. Right.
So they were brought up from the minors, which is some shit radio market from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And they are working among us in the big leagues. And they're rookies because they don't really understand what the major leagues are all about yet.
Right.
And I don't feel like sitting around waiting for them to catch up. Mm-hmm. This homeless shopping spree has been a clusterfuck from day one, and I explained it to these guys that if you're going to do the homeless shopping spree, it's got to be done our way. And if you don't want to do it our way, then fine. We pass on the bit. We just pass on and we don't do it. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know we were doing the homeless shopping spree until about 2 weeks ago. And one, I'm not even going to mention names because they're all guilty of something. But someone goes,
oh,
they really are. They really are. We'll call them Mondays because no one likes Mondays. They came to us a couple weeks ago and said, good news, we're doing the homeless shopping spree. And Ant and I basically gave up on the homeless shopping spree this year. We're like, really?
Well, we are, are
wow,
we?
Really? And then they're like, somebody rolled their eyes at me and said, well, come on, man, we've been working on this for 3 months. And that's when I said, 3 months? This is something that should have taken a day. You don't need 3 months to work on the homeless shopping spree.
You just say we're doing it.
If you understand the homeless shopping spree, and if you understand the Opie and Anthony show. See, understanding the homeless shopping spree and understanding the Opie and Anthony show would mean you do your research and go, wow, how did it work in the past? Well, I'll explain how it worked in the past. Anthony and I, how do you call it earlier? It was like a grassroots thing.
Very grassroots, very just kind of, gather some homeless people together.
Right.
talk to them on the air over an extended period of time, not 1 week.
Not shoving it down everyone's throat in a week because we just found out we are doing it.
So this way, everybody kind of has a vested interest, knows the characters.
Correct.
Knows everybody, and can appreciate when they do something funny or silly or whatever that. And gather them up. At the last minute, announce a mall.
And years past, we announced the mall pretty much the day of the event.
While the bus was on the way.
Yeah, maybe some of the regulars, hardcore inner circle fans, you know, got word where the mall's going to be.
Yeah.
By keeping their ear to the, you know, to the
pavement or tracks or the trail
and then very generically, very grassrooty. We go to the mall and we shop with the homeless. Everyone has a great time. And we broadcast the whole damn thing. And before you know it, we're out of that mall and everyone's like, holy shit, that's one of the most amazing radio events I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, it's a bunch of listeners show up. They shop. They buy stuff for the homeless. The homeless have a great time.
Right.
And it's a charity event, literally, without it looking like we're doing some stupid charity event.
Correct.
It's funny. It works. It works on all levels. It works for the show because it's a great, a great piece of radio.
Right.
It's fun listening.
It brings more listeners, in this case, to our channel.
Right.
It brings in revenue for the company. All these things.
And it, amazingly enough, helps the homeless buy coats and stuff like that.
Sure.
And you get listener exposure to the program. And
that's the basics of the homeless shopping spree.
And the mall makes out by making some money.
They make some.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only the homeless shopping, all the listeners go, you know what, I'm at a mall, I'm going to shop today.
And they buy stuff for the homeless. So it's like...
Right. A bunch of listeners walk out with a lot of bags of stuff because they're like, I might as well do my shopping while I'm here. So that's the basics. That's the basic of the bit and how the show works, and that's why they're rookies down the hall because they didn't even do the basic research for this damn thing. They decided, well, if we're going to do the homeless shopping spree, we got to get the lawyers involved.
Yeah.
Even though we've done 4 or 5 of these, never really had the lawyers involved, and never had we never had one problem or one issue. Not a one. Know who had a problem with this? The media. And God forbid if Opie and Anthony are plastered all over the media.
Yeah.
They had a problem with this. For no reason, by the way, because nothing went wrong.
Right.
So they get the lawyers involved. And what are the lawyers going to do? They're not going to greenlight shit.
Why would they?
So they spent, I don't know, weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, going back and forth with the lawyers instead of doing other things that could be done around here. Finally, they get it approved. And then these brainiacs down the hall, these fucking dopes, these fucking rookies, I've had it. They're like, well, now all we have to do is get permission from a mall. Like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I even said to Ann, I'm like, let's just sit back and watch this silliness.
Yeah.
I said to Ann, let's just sit back
and watch
these dopes.
Watch this just go in flames.
Right. So
spinning in flames into the pavement.
To make a long story short, they pretty much went from mall to mall to mall to mall. And then these idiots, these dopes, these rookies actually came back to Aunt and I and said, well, we talked to such and such mall, and the security's like, okay, that sounds good. Yeah. And they're all happy, and I go, no, Aunt, just keep sitting back and watch.
Let's look in.
And then another day or two goes by, because what happened was the security at the mall, of course, is going to call their corporate office.
Yes.
Next thing you know, there's lawyers and cease and desist.
Letters.
The fax machine was just spitting out cease and desist. You go to our mall, we're going to have a problem. We'll get everyone arrested, blah, blah, blah.
Stay away from this mall.
Stay away.
Don't go here. Don't do this. Don't do that. If you're caught in the parking lot, blah, blah, blah.
One company actually said, do not show up at any of our malls. And they just happen to, I don't know, own hundreds of malls.
Every mall.
They even said, don't show up at our malls in Kansas City, Des Moines, just in case we got stupid and decide we're going to, take this out of New York City.
It's that mall company where when you buy a gift certificate to a mall, that's the mall.
Right.
And you can go anywhere with that gift certificate.
Then late last week, we had a mall that, according to these idiots, agreed to the homeless shopping spree, right?
Yeah.
So, just sit back. This isn't over yet. Sit the fuck back. And
let's sit back and watch. See, the monkey's they're gonna type some Hemingway.
Right.
They're gonna Oh, look, they're throwing shit at each other.
Right.
Oh, okay. See, they said they were going to type Hemingway.
Right.
But they're throwing shit at each other.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
So we said on Thursday or Friday that we will announce the mall today. And we had a mall, but I kind of knew that we probably didn't have a mall.
Yeah.
You know where this is going. So I think it was Friday afternoon. Hold off on announcing the mall because we don't have a mall. Because the mall we thought we had, they finally got, word from their corporate office. No, we don't want the homeless shopping spree at this mall.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, there should be some outrage. I think we should get a press release out there that no mall wants our charity.
You know something?
Because in the end, this is a charity thing. This does bring awareness to the homeless. It takes care of homeless people.
They buy jackets, shoes,
and
warm clothes, hats, everything. And they leave. You show me one homeless guy that was on any of these homeless sprees during the years that didn't leave very happy and with a lot of stuff they could use.
And the awareness. When the media gets involved with it, and just the general buzz of the O&A community, passing it to other people that might not listen to the Opie and Anthony show.
With Mayor Menino bitching about it one year as he's claiming we're going out and counting the homeless.
Right.
That's his contribution, was counting the homeless.
Right.
And we were bringing a few in to, get some warm clothes and shit.
We were taking care of the homeless.
He was the only dummy to ever have a problem with it.
A problem with it? What's the fucking
Same
problem?
people that had a problem with the ad that everybody else got for Adult Swim.
Yeah. I know.
Oh.
What is it? Is it such a big deal that we're exploiting the homeless for good radio? You know what? If they get something good out of it and it's fun radio, which it is, what's the problem? What the fuck's the problem?
So we get this email. I think it was Friday. And they said, hold off on announcing the mall on Monday because the mall we thought we had, we don't have. So we're 4 days away from the homeless shopping spree. This is just not how it's done, by the way. And that's the point I'm trying to make today. We don't have a mall. We don't have a mall. We have one mall left that they're, I guess, asking once again today if we could go to their mall for the homeless shopping spree.
Yeah.
One mall left.
We couldn't get the mall like in Day of the Dead.
Right.
Where there's zombies walking around in it.
Right.
Well, a zombie might be upset by...
And the point is really simple. There's only one way to do this bit. And if you can't do the bit our way, then we can't do it.
Yeah, then
this is not how the bit is done.
No.
No one is going to grant you permission. I even wrote in the email back, and I was very professional, believe it or not. I didn't motherfuck anybody. I said, look, in the past, we've always asked for forgiveness, not permission. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And look at our track record. I said, not one problem with this thing. The fans couldn't be cooler.
Yeah.
They couldn't be cooler when it comes to this. They're cheering and helping out the homeless and just having a real good time without causing any problems.
Yeah.
Because when we need the fans to, behave, believe it or not, they behave.
Exactly.
They're not lunatics like you think they might be.
Exactly. It's a good event.
And that's why I yell and scream that I don't want to work with rookies. And we have rookies all around us that don't get the show and don't get how these events work. And I'm more than willing to go. And I even said in the email, I'm like, look, we should just cancel the thing. I'd rather the listeners remember the homeless shopping spree for what it was, an amazing radio event, than do some watered-down, lame-ass version, which I guarantee they're going to shove down our throats this week because now there's money involved.
Now there's a vested interest from sales, which is, big part of the business. And for being as difficult as we are...
we're not difficult, though.
Exactly. I was being extremely sarcastic.
Because that's the problem. We end up...
For being...
Oh, sorry.
No, just for being as difficult as we are... we do notice and know when money is at stake for the company and do whatever we can to help out and make sure, we do get the revenue in. Mm-hmm. But we can't do it at the price of a benchmark thing that we've done over the years that has been great and have it suck ass because too many fucking hands are in the pot, as they say, and don't know what they're talking about.
It's lawyers. It's not even. It's too many lawyers involved.
Yes.
Lawyers wreck everything.
That shouldn't have been involved.
They wreck everything.
And there's something else that I was only made aware of the last few days. can't. Well, Aunt and I's deal has drastically changed. So now I have major issues with this homeless shopping spree. Because I don't feel like taking any chances. And that's
I'm not taking 1 ounce of a risk. For what?
Jimmy,
I've already said I'm not doing it.
Yeah, Jimmy will definitely not be in the homeless shopping. Will not be doing the homeless shopping spree.
Yeah.
He can't afford to do it. Let's just put it that way. He can't afford to do it. And I don't know if we can. And stupid Bob better get on the phone and figure that shit out immediately. Immediately.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. We can't get into details.
No, I know. I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Those are, yeah.
But I did not realize that was part of the, the whole thing either.
I just don't understand why we can't go shopping with a bunch of our friends. Why can't we just do it like we did in the old days, where it's like, okay, we're just sending some people out to a mall to do some fucking shopping. No one else you could take 20 fucking people to the mall and friends and go, hey, it's a shopping day. We're going to the fucking mall, and not have to sign waivers and agreements and fucking liability and all kinds of other shit. You're going shopping. What if we wanted to go shopping? Mm-hmm. Me and Opie. We're like, hey.
Well, that would mean we'd have to hang out with each other.
I think we could stomach it for a day.
We could go old school?
Yeah, let's go old school.
Just fucking around. Because people then go, I get it, you don't like Anthony. Shut the fuck up. You don't get shit.
Let's say this Thursday we decided, blow off work, and we just decide we're going to go to a mall and do some Christmas shopping. Christmas is coming up.
Right.
Now, we don't want to do it alone. Because, obviously we can't carry on a conversation amongst ourselves for more than 5 minutes.
Well, let me go with this, though.
Yeah.
Let me go with this.
Yeah.
If we were going to go to a mall on Thursday, we're Long Islanders, so I would assume it would be easy to pick you up and either go to a mall close to your house.
Yeah.
I could only think of 2 malls we could possibly shop at Thursday. The Roosevelt Field Mall.
Right.
Or the Walt Whitman Mall.
Exactly.
Why are you saying no? It's just me and Ann fucking shopping.
No.
I was going to say, because that's part of that parent company that...
we know. No, we know that.
We know that, but I got to do my Christmas shopping, and I'm saying if Aunt and I decide Thursday that we're taking the day off because we want to get a jump on Christmas shopping, those would be the 2 malls I would go to.
I want to see the fucking piece of paper that says I can't shop at the Roosevelt Field Mall. You show me the piece of paper that this company got that says Anthony Cumia cannot shop at the Roosevelt Field Mall. Show me it. I will fucking challenge that in a second. I will have fucking someone arrested. I have my rights. I can't walk into the mall and go shopping? All right, now let's take it a step further.
Okay.
It's me and Opie walking into the mall.
Okay.
Is that okay? Are we breaching some type of contract? That was sent a cease and desist, a fucking some kind of letter that says we can't go. I doubt it. We could go shopping there.
Sure.
Now let's go a little further. What if we want to bring a couple of friends with us?
That smell?
Mustard. Maybe they're smelly. I don't know.
I promised Mustard a new guitar, so I got to get him a new guitar, and I don't know shit about guitars, Anthony.
Right.
So I would have to have Mustard with me and go,
Good
which
musician.
one of these guitars would work for you, sir?
He knows.
So I would have to have Mustard at least.
And my buddy Joe.
And Joe, well...
I want Joe to go, but he's my pal.
What are you going to...
I need one.
What are you going to paint him?
I need one friend.
What are you going to paint him?
Of color.
Jesus.
And that now, would we get in trouble for that? Where's the line? What has to happen before it becomes something that this piece of paper can be enforceable on? What has to happen? Is it a cell phone call? If all of a sudden we make a cell phone call and go, hey, what are you doing? Hanging out at the Roosevelt Field Mall. I got a few friends. We're doing a little shopping. What are you picking up? Some shoes? Yeah, we got that. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for that. Is that now illegal in some way? Is that against a fucking order of protection? A restraining order? A C&D?
Well, let me add this to the whole mix. I just...
Firearms, what?
I just changed to Uber Twitter.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Everyone knows where I am right now because of Uber Twitter. Oopsie.
Oh, okay. See?
Wow, that's weird. It has my exact location. Oh, I should have turned that off before I went shopping. I'm going to be bothered at the mall while I try to buy a present for mommy.
Aww.
Oopsie.
Oh, my God.
So that was the email over the weekend, and then I wrote them back, and no one wrote me. So now we're here on a Monday when we're supposed to be announcing like major details for the homeless shopping spree, and what? And what now? And what now to the people down the hall that had well over 3 months to figure this whole thing out? Now we're 4 days out and don't have them all. What now, rookies? What now?
And some of the, let's just say, alternate suggestions I have heard have...
Well, it got back to us. You really should just say it, Ann.
Have been a laugh riot.
Just say it, because... And to protect the staff, and this is the God's honest truth, three staff members came to me with one of the ideas that was thrown around.
Here's one of the ideas. Oh, yeah, Danny just put this on. This is good. Can't we do something at a venue?
Someone said that?
Yes.
That's not the homeless shopping spree.
We would take the homeless to, like, the Hard Rock, and they were talking about actually... Now, wasn't this something like... having that stuff there for them to
No, they didn't.
Buy?
Nobody said that. I don't believe you.
I heard this.
Wait till you hear
It's like having stuff there, like a garage sale or a fucking flea market type thing set up in a venue, and they could walk around and buy things. It's just
that's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
That's why sales and programming shouldn't socialize ever. You're not fun people.
How about this one?
You don't understand programming.
How about this one?
What?
These were real things that were just kind of thrown around.
I don't even believe that was an idea.
How
in a
about
brainstorming meeting to how to save the homeless shopping spree.
How about someplace like Costco? We have them close Costco early in the morning. Meanwhile, not knowing we've been saying we're doing this in the afternoon.
Right. They don't even know that
time.
we're not even doing mornings.
Closed to the
morning
public.
show Thursday.
Closed to the public. So there's no problems. And the homeless people and their spotters and whatever.
What about the listeners?
Hosts. No. They're not allowed in.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part of this.
It's just the homeless and people like Sam and whatever walking in, and they get to shop in an empty Costco, so that you could get a phone call like this.
Hey, it's Sam. Hi. Yeah, Joe's buying some hot dog buns. Yeah. No one's around. There's no one else here. I'll check in later.
Thanks. That's great. That's great. I said before, it's like they took the Indy 500 and turned it into a Special Olympics running race. It's not the homeless shopping spree.
Yeah. and that's knowing the show and knowing the the bit. And,
right.
And, you either do it our way or you should have never even tried to take this on.
Don't.
You can't ask permission. No one is going to allow this.
No one.
They're not going to allow it.
And we knew that, in the past.
And between the time we get there with the homeless, they shop, there's people, they're doing things. Between that time and the time the mall security and whatever it is comes up and finally finds someone in charge and goes, look, guys, we've got to clear out of here. It's been enough time where it's been a great radio thing. It's good. That's how it ends. They usher them off on the bus, and they're left with a huge ovation, and there's not a problem.
Fucking rookies. Rookies.
So now we're faced with a situation where this is Thursday. We don't have them all.
We have one left.
Perhaps.
No, they're going to say no, too.
They'll say no.
Of course they're going to say no.
But we have no mall.
Watch how they turn it on us. Well, now that you guys talked about it on the air,
I'm sure.
You really ruined our
You hit it right on the head.
of saving this.
You hit it right on the head.
We've been around the block long enough to know all the excuses you guys will come up with for the reason why you failed miserably on this one.
This thing's on life support, and we are ready to kick the plug out.
And because of circumstances, Jim Norton cannot do the homeless shopping spree.
Can't.
He officially can't do it. And I don't think
I won't.
Either. It's a decision I'm making. I won't do it.
I don't think we will either. I mean, given certain...
Well, Bob better get on the phone and...
Why would he? Why would he? Why would he actually read what was already written? When I have other managers that can catch things, he didn't. Holy shit.
So that's where we are to start another week of Fine Radio. Our big event is pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
By the people down the hall.
Let's see.
That think we're difficult and they don't understand us. Really, as it always works out exactly how we tell people it's going to work out. You got in way over your heads. When they said, "Oh, we've been working on this for 3 months," really?
Have you?
In the past, you know what we did? Hey,
Homeless
shopping spree sometime in December. We'll figure it out when we get closer. That's how it works.
And then occasionally,
there was no figuring it out for 3 months.
Homeless would come in, talk with them.
The figuring out part was just to get the lawyers on board.
Yeah.
2 to 3 months to get the lawyers on board just to do the event.
Just to screw the event.
And I'd imagine the lawyers were the ones that came up with we'll allow this as long as, you get permission from the mall. And then if you weren't a rookie down the hall, that should have thrown up a red flag and go, wow, I remember this from past years. I don't know if that's even possible.
Yeah, let me look at.
I don't think that's possible.
Let me YouTube some of this and see what it was
permission. Like. I don't think the guy's ever asked permission in the past, and I don't think anyone's going to give permission for this.
No,
that's just basic fucking thinking. Rookies, all of you.
I don't know what to say, what to do, what to think in this situation.
And I wrote them back professionally. No one wrote back to me, so probably because they, were insulted by my intelligence. I hit them with some knowledge instead of the motherfucking that I could do. I actually hit them with some knowledge, Jimmy. Some intelligence, some brains. Brain power.
Oh, fuck.
And they just sat there and read my email and went, duh.
How can
Oh, man, why did I ever leave Des Moines Radio? It was so much easier there. Duh.
Does anybody know, that this isn't... it's not something you could just do like this. Like they want it done. Look at that. That's...
4 days away, and we don't have a mall. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm looking at video of the shopping spree, and it's amazing.
Yeah, there's 1,000 to 2,000 people easily. Amazing. Everyone behaving, everyone just getting into the spirit of the thing, helping the homeless, helping the radio show, shopping themselves. So this mall, whatever video we're looking at, which, by the way, not one problem. You can see it for yourself.
It's not a hip-hop station.
Right. They're shopping. They got shopping bags. Those people had no intention of going to that mall that day.
Yep.
I think that's Roosevelt Field Mall, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like it.
Was that the...
Who knows? How many times we do it, Dan? 4? We did at least 4, maybe 5, right?
At least 4.
At least 4. I think we did 2 for XM.
Yeah.
We did 2 for XM, right? And then that dumb dope Tracy didn't want to do this.
I think the last one was 06.
Bitch.
Huh?
Last one I think was 2006.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. And then I think we did at least 2 at NEW, I believe. So I think we've done 4, maybe 5. The listeners would know that more than I. Whatever, it's not that important. So there you go. That's what happened over the weekend. Hold off on announcing the mall because we don't have a mall. I'm like, okay.
You could take them to a book kiosk near Central Park.
Well, yeah, okay. Stupid Bob, I wish I had his email. He's now suggesting ideas because that's what he does great for a living.
Was that the Macy's one?
He said, why don't we just find a bunch of, what did he say, a bunch of stores, like a street that has a bunch of stores.
Like with trick-or-treating with the homeless, walking into fucking, strip mall.
They would just lock their doors and that'd be that.
Yeah.
Let's find a street that just happens to have a bunch of stores that you could shop at. Something like that. I deleted the emails. I was so out of my mind. I'm like, if I look at these emails anymore, I'm gonna do something stupid.
Yeah, the Miracle Mile shopping spree where it's
right.
Just get out of here.
So there you go. And then they look at us like these fucking guys. They're fucking difficult to work with. Really, we just want basic shit that we're not getting from you people.
Guys, good news. We have a Staples that might be interested in the homeless shopping spree. So if they need anything like printer paper or office equipment, I'll be good. I'll get back to you.
Thanks. Now what?
Wow, the phones.
Just right. That's all I can say about it.
Cellmedic has it. Cellmedic's got it. He's gonna save the homeless shopping spree.
Oh,
go ahead, CM.
Hey.
What about doing a homeless internet shopping spree?
There you go. Bring it into the future,
Hey, man,
guys.
online shopping is all the rage.
Hey, bring them together into one local spot and then, like, have a traveling virus. That way you guys can come together. You could have a big-ass party. Look,
it's not the homeless shopping spree!
Thank you, CM. Thank you.
Guys,
I like the idea.
Got a good idea? It's the future. The internet. A lot of people are shopping online. How about internet homeless shopping spree? We bring them in, a bunch of computers, and they can just order what they want and have it shipped to their address. Oh. All right, I'll get back to you on that.
Frankie Manhattan has a great...
Well, the lawyers have to be careful that none of the homeless get carpal tunnel from working the mouse.
Yes. We have to actually send a legal notice to Bill Gates that they will be using Windows-based computers.
When the history of radio is written, it will say that lawyers ruined it.
This will be known as the Dark Ages.
No, when the history of radio is finally written by someone, smart enough to write a really good book about the history of radio, they will have a whole thing about how lawyers just completely destroyed the spirit of radio.
Lawyers,
they really did.
Business, I can't just pin the blame on lawyers. They're huge part of the responsibility of fucking things up. But it's this corporate mentality, man, that is no chance taking whatsoever. Don't leave any of the creativity up to the talent. Everything has to turn a buck. They don't see the big picture where it's like, well, the event itself doesn't have to turn a buck. You don't have to sponsor the shit out of every move we make, but it gets more people on board. It gets awareness to the show, and then you get more money based on the popularity you've gotten. Right. That's how it's always worked. So they fuck it up by not understanding that part of it.
And we got two other huge O&A events that are in jeopardy of falling by the wayside. The Animation Festival and the
Animation
How
Festival
could they fuck that up?
And the Traveling Virus.
Christ. How could they fuck that up too?
Two-dimensional Americans are going to be
That's
angry.
how. This is how.
But what's that got
Everyone
to do with
wants
them?
their piece.
Oh, they want money.
Everyone wants their piece. Frank in Manhattan. What's up, Frank?
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Frank.
Frank in Manhattan.
I just can't believe that this year, when they're all talking about how nobody's going shopping, the economy sucks, that these malls are turning down thousands of dollars of guaranteed money.
Yep.
What a bunch of morons.
That is not an exaggeration. I mean, we give the homeless guys what was the money figure this year? It always goes up.
Well,
$100
usually
to $200.
Usually it's like $100 to $200, but this year, because of the sponsors that were attached, these guys were even going to get more than that.
All right, so they're going to get more than $200 a piece. We'll have at least a dozen homeless guys, probably. Okay, so that money's guaranteed spend, which is nothing. I understand that, but the listeners now are throwing money at the homeless. The average homeless guy walks away with at least $1,000 worth of merchandise.
A lot of
Safe
stuff.
to say, right? And then all the listeners that go to that mall are definitely spending money because they're in the mall and they're like, well, I got to shop. It's bringing in a lot of money for the mall every year. A lot of fucking money. And hold on. The headline today is that we have to get this out that malls are turning down this big, huge Opie and Anthony charity event. It has to be. It has to be pushed out there. But I don't know who works in PR here. I don't know any of those people. Why would they why would they come down and go, wow, there's a story within a story here. Let's throw a press release out there that all these malls are saying no to Opie and Anthony's charitable event.
Homeless shopping spree.
Thank you, Frank. You're right, though. With the economy, this is great to get people shopping and spending in their mall. If I was a mall owner, I'd go, Jesus, guys, please come to my mall.
Bring them in.
Yes, Jimmy.
I have the best way we can do this. The homeless shopping spree. You have people buy gifts from the homeless and bring them here. You let the lawyers look at them, make sure that they're safe. Yeah.
Yes.
And the lawyers approve them.
Yeah.
And then everybody has fun while the homeless open their gifts.
Is it like a grab bag kind of a thing?
No.
Homeless grab bag?
No, because they have to sign off because they may grab something that's going to injure them.
Oh, a paper cut or a sharp edge on a box.
we can't have that.
Yes, reaching into a grab bag, so the gifts have to be handed to them.
Kept
within 2-foot radius.
It's
of the
very
homeless.
simple. When unfun people are involved in trying to make fun, they destroy it.
Yes.
They're not creative, and this is with all aspects of entertainment. Uncreative, unfunny people are dictating what is creatively and funny appropriate, and they stink at it.
Terrible.
It's all areas of entertainment.
Because they have no concept. When they come up with some of these ideas, and people that are on this side of the microphones, on our side of the microphones, listen to what they're saying and look like, you've got to be shitting me. Right. And then they look like, well, these people are difficult. We can work with them. It's like, no, you're the difficult one. You're not understanding what we do on this side of the fucking mic.
At least they do us a favor and they wear suits and ties to work to go, hey, unfunny person coming through.
Here it comes, their unfunny costume they wear.
Yeah, you see him coming like, okay, that's an unfunny person. He's walking down the hall, so let's avoid him.
Someone's walking down the hall like Charlie Chaplin in a clown suit going... I'd be going, come on in here.
Funny person,
how
on the way.
Homeless shopping spree's done.
Right.
But when I see a fucking Armani suit walking down the hallway,
really,
I see unfunny.
Really? What did you do in radio? In front of a microphone? Nothing. That's why you're wearing a fucking tie.
Oh, God.
Let's go to Ray on Long Island. Ray.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Oh, you doesn't have to call him Ray.
You don't like that bitch?
No, I hate it.
What's up, Ray?
I can't take it. Let me ask you a serious question. Do you guys, as a radio show, the O&A show, do you have your own attorney that you guys can go to with your ideas to transform them, how to introduce corporate, or you just run to corporate with your ideas?
We don't run to nobody.
I use Binder and Binder. I like his hat.
Yes, mine is Joel Steinberg. He's my attorney.
If you're going to Binder and Binder, that means you have a social security problem. You're at the end of your rope.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think the real faithful listeners understand that we had to drastically change our show. We had to drastically change our show.
Yeah.
We don't do all the events we used to do. We don't hang out in public as much as we do because all the stuff we used to do, we can't do anymore. We just can't do it. Whether this is regular radio or satellite radio, you can't do the stuff we used to do 5-6 years ago.
We'll get you in the homeless shopping spree. You have enough to worry about.
What about going to Walmart?
What? Shut up.
Here's a guy that should be working down the hall. Ricky, you should be working down the hall with these guys. Why would it work if we go to Walmart?
Why not? It'll work.
It's like a mall in a store. He's saying there's all aspects of a mall. It's a massive.
It's not the event that we came up with many years ago.
And they never fucking. You know what the event is going to sign off on it?
You know what the real event used to be, and it has been watered down slightly over the years? Where we go to a snooty mall.
Right.
That's where this whole thing started. We go to a place.
At the Short Hills Mall.
We've all seen these malls where they fucking have the attitude and the high-end products and the fucking bitches walking around thinking their shit don't stink.
Isn't this great?
And then we come sweeping in with smelly homeless people.
Yeah.
And take over their mall for a few hours going and giving them a big fuck you. That's what the event officially started as. It's been watered down, but it still kind of works. But it's not going to be watered down anymore.
That's right.
I've seen some Walmart customers. They probably wouldn't notice we were bringing the homeless in.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Hire them as greeters.
John in Texas, you could take them to a shelter and have them shop, then to a soup kitchen. Oh, these ideas will be suggested in the coming couple of days, by the way, because they're going to have to try to save this. I am tired of lawyers. They are screwing up the government, really.
Yeah, now there's just too much, sales money in this to just blow it off because they're freaking out.
Hey,
now.
man, that's their. So figure that out.
But the thing is,
we have to figure out our radio show when you chop the shit out of it. So figure it out.
Do you understand how low on the totem pole of this whole event that the actual homeless shopping spree on our show is?
Right.
It's become a widget. It's just something to sell. It's not an event. It's not this. It's a thing to sell to them. And it can just be replaced by something else. And to us, no, it can't. It's got to be done the way we do it.
Right.
And that can't happen. So where are we? So this is our impasse that we're at.
Where
right
are
now.
we? Well, that was a pretty big email that was sent out Friday or Saturday morning, whenever exactly it was sent out, and I haven't heard from anyone since. That's where we're at. You would think these guys would be working their asses off all weekend to figure it out, but there's,
Yeah.
we all know that there's nothing to figure out, and you guys really fucked up. Not us. We didn't fuck up. You fucked up.
All we wanted to do was
fucked up.
do what we were doing for years around Christmas time. Let the homeless shop. Get some of the word out. It gets press. You know, the press that we've, gotten single-handedly from this show alone for what's happened and, certain things that end up in the paper and the name Opie and Anthony and Sirius XM ends up in the news. It's things like the homeless shopping spree that do that.
Well, we even got scolded. We got scolded for getting international attention.
Of course, things like that.
We got scolded, actually. No one knew it was from Sirius XM. They all knew. They all knew. I can't even believe I had that conversation.
Well, that's the responsibility of marketing, to connect Opie and Anthony to Sirius XM. So if Opie and Anthony get their name out there, people make that association.
They're aware of it now, so let's give them the benefit of the doubt and see how that pans out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. We just come in here and do great radio. That's what we do. We do our jobs.
We grade on everyone. Oh, it's a joke.
Yeah, but we're difficult. We're difficult as we're 4 days away from the homeless shopping spree, and we don't have them all. But we're difficult, right? Yeah, okay. Hey, we're going to go to break. I gotta play this creep thing for Jimmy.
I got an idea.
What?
Mind control. We'll get all the executives and use the HARP system on them. I'm a Navy SEAL.
By the way, I wish he was here right now. Oswald couldn't have made that shot. He was a sharpshooter.
I know. Why didn't anybody
Because it was again, I wasn't prepared to argue that position, to be very honest with you. But I knew that, and I didn't want to say it. It's like, you know something, and you just doubt yourself like an asshole. And I went back and did the research, and it's in the Warren Report. He was, I forget what he classified as a 212, I think, in 1956. He was
Is that good?
He was a sharpshooter.
212 good?
Yeah, and a Marine officer testified to the Warren Commissioner.
All right.
Oswald.
He could have made
He was a terrible shot.
Yeah, that would happen.
No, he wasn't.
Just, all right, shut up.
I had more.
And it has been, by the way, duplicated. Not only has it been duplicated, people have improved on Oswald's shots.
Yes.
So
I had more of a problem with the fact that he said there was a tree in the way.
Yeah.
That tree has grown a few
November.
A few feet.
November.
Leaves aren't as prevalent in November as they are in other months?
I think a tree could grow up a lot in 30 years.
There's a tree in the way.
40 years at this point.
Have you
40
looked at a
fucking 6
picture?
years.
There's a tree in the way. Wow, no one's ever shot anyone next to a tree.
Well, he's tried to set me up. He goes, "Have you been there?" He didn't think I had been. I was like, well, "Yes." So have I.
So have I.
What does that mean? Who cares?
Did you serve?
All right.
Shut up.
Jimmy, I want to play something for you. When we get back, we're going to do the Tiger Woods shit. We're going to do your football shit. And, a lot happened over the weekend. We're going to do the fucking Snooki shit.
Oh, that's another travesty. I got
a
theory about that.
I got a theory on it. You got the same theory?
Got a theory?
What? The same theory you do, I think. This. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just thinking
finger pie.
The same exact situation that we are finding ourselves in.
All right, we're gonna.
That's what
we'll discuss.
My theory.
Maybe that's my theory.
We'll discuss.
Let's just read the theory. That's my theory. Because then let's just say,
dude, I think that would make super outrage. I'm just thinking. That would be more exploitive, I think.
No, because then parents can decide if they're...
This is my theory.
All right, let's see. Opie's theory. You'll all hear about these theories after the break.
Mm-hmm. We write theories.
Yeah, we write our theories down. Everything is kept on record. Shut it! Navy SEAL. Stop it. Circus SEAL.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I did that with my nose.
I would have to write more to completely explain.
What?
Maybe.
Wow, okay. I want to hear about that theory.
As far as... Here, look.
Right.
You got it?
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Well, Mr. Norton, that's very interesting. Odd and even buses.
We'll explain our theories on why MTV's not going to show the
You were the one that suggested the Costco, Ralph. You know, I heard you got to jot these lame ideas down. Jot them down when you hear.
I said bring them to the mall. You said no. Have the homeless come to you and just hand them gifts. That doesn't sound like Norton, but we all know it is Norton. Me.
Oh, boy. Jimmy, we're going to play something.
Bring them to a venue. Well, that's a very interesting idea. Yeah, you bring them to the venue. The homeless are there. People are there. They're buying a fucking Dio burger at the Hard Rock. Great. Sounds fantastic. Shut up.
Did you hear about Mustard, Jimmy? That's what I'm getting at here.
Mustard rocks.
Yes. You heard about Mustard, the homeless?
From you, yes.
The homeless guy?
Yes.
Okay. He comes in. He's one of our homeless guys. He's a musician. Fell on bad times. Comes in here. We talk to him a little bit. We find out he's kind of an old musician. We're like, hey, why don't you play something for us? So we found him a guitar. These dopes that are checking out the video, by the way, they're all like, how could he be homeless if he's playing a $3,000 acoustic guitar? It's because we found him one. It's Sirius XM. We have guitars all over the fucking joint, you idiots.
Is the logo on the guitar?
Yeah, it's on the headstock. Yeah, Taylor's a really good guitar.
Yeah, I know it is.
And Guilty is my own father who goes, wow, how do you get that Taylor? I'm like, hey, idiot, do you think that's really his guitar? Like this huge facility here. We don't have a nice guitar.
We have instruments because we have so many people, not us personally, but the Sirius XM has musicians stopping by all the time, and you better have guitars around just in case they don't bring their own shit.
And not only that, but the quality of the memorabilia that they have all over the walls. I mean, they have signed Taylors that don't get touched with the tags still on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. So that's why Mustard had a $3,000 acoustic guitar. I mean, just think. That's all we ask from the average person is to think. You think if he had a $3,000 guitar on the streets of New York City, it would survive?
No.
The thing was as shiny as could be. It was a brand new guitar.
Well, what do they do? I saw a little CNN spot right there that says, like, helping those in need.
Right.
And it looked like some people that might have been homeless, and I guess they were helped in some charitable way. And
really?
I wonder how many things had to be signed off on.
Really?
How come we can't just help the homeless without a big to-do?
I don't really. I don't really understand, because this radio thing is the easiest thing you could do as a career.
Oh,
it really is. And they have just made it so complicated.
Oh, my God.
It just amazes me.
Yeah.
So, Mustard, all of a sudden, I go, what are you going to play? And he goes, don't worry, I got this. All confident. And he jams out a version of Radiohead's Creep that everyone is talking about. Video is doing very, very well. Go to my YouTube channel, Opie Radio, if you haven't seen the video. But I want to play it again for Jimmy. You haven't heard this yet, right?
Yeah, it's good.
I have not, no.
And then his originals are really good.
Yeah.
Really fucking good. I knew Mustard had, I don't know as much as Anthony when it comes to this music shit. But I was like, holy crap. And then I looked at Anthony, and he was blown away.
I was just looking like, holy fuck, this guy's got it's some great raspy voice that just, it's really original, you know? It sounded really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his version of
originals.
Huh?
What was one of his originals called?
Oh, I don't remember.
Fucking eaten out of a dumpster or
maybe we'll play a few of those later today or something.
Yes.
Although
hands full of shit, do-wah.
Although this would be another 30-minute discussion. I got to write something down. This is what was told to me recently too.
Bag-a-dang-dang, bag-a-dang-dang, sleep on a rock.
A rock, sleep on a rock. Oh, more writing.
Yeah. This was told to me, but this will be another half-hour discussion, so I just want to pass this one along.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. In any context.
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Doesn't matter.
It hasn't gotten to me yet, trust me, because that one will just... I
don't, well, whatever. I just don't.
All right, so here's Mustard doing Radiohead's Creep. And by the way, he had no time to practice. He hasn't even played a guitar in a while. He just fucking went with it. Check it out as we go to break.
Am I the only one that downloaded Dana's 99 Luftballons?
Wow.
Did you really download that one?
I just had an urge to hear
The German version?
Of course, yeah. The American version stinks.
I like the German version. Good.
Know who stinks? The Cowboys.
Oh, good segue.
Thank you.
2017. Yeah, they every year this happens. They just. I don't think Romo is ever going to win anything.
Well, they're 8-5.
He's not a big game quarterback.
Fucking Jets, man. Got a shot at the playoffs. Winning 3 in a row.
Yeah, huh?
They got a little shot at the playoffs. What's
going on there?
And then you got 2 teams still undefeated. That's amazing. 13-0.
Dallas have to play them next Saturday, too, New Orleans.
Really? Jets play the Colts. I'm looking at a big upset. I think the Jets take out the Colts. Bank on it. You heard it here first.
Oh, no.
Bank on it.
Oh, dude, come on. Dude.
I haven't been sure.
Drain your bank accounts, people.
I haven't been sure of a game in a long time, and people have been waiting for my next pick. Bank on it.
Oh, wow. When Opie says this, you are stupid if you don't take your mortgage money.
Really?
And bet against what Opie
Jets
just said.
beat the Colts. Bank on
Colts. Just go Colts
Bank
all the
on
way.
it. I'm telling you, I'm feeling this one.
Bank on it.
What day is this? I don't want any trickery.
God.
This is December 14th.
Holy shit.
I'm saying this. Jets will beat the Colts. Bank on it.
Let it be known the O&A show just gave away free money. We just gave our listeners free money.
Bank on it. And you don't need no fucking point spread. Jets beat the Colts.
All righty. You heard it here, folks. Oh, my God. I am so betting. I never bet football.
Please bet.
How could I? I got to.
Please bet.
With the spread or out and out win?
Out and out win. Jets beat the Colts.
What's the spread?
I don't even know. Well, it's I think it's a couple weeks away still, right?
What's the spread? Marmalade.
Oh. It always is.
I love marmalade.
Who doesn't? It's every boy's favorite treat.
Marmalade.
Hey, did you hear Club Starter Kenny's version of 99 Luft balloons?
Oh, wow. I bet it's better than...
Travis, we have that laying around?
Oh, you don't like Nana's German version? Apparently she released some balloons. They thought it was a nuke.
Really?
UFOs.
This is what I hear when he talks anyway.
Oh, that's enough.
Sounds like Nuremberg testimony.
Yeah.
From some poor fuck that knows he's being hung.
That's enough.
What do you mean, some poor fuck? They earned their hangings, Ant. They weren't victims.
I knew someone was going to pick up on that.
Someone. How about
Some
everybody?
misunderstood lad.
Some poor fuck.
Some poor son of a gun who just showed up and put Zyklon B in this.
Really? We have to play the birthday wish for Jimmy. Did you hear about the latest birthday wish?
I did not.
They yanked it off YouTube, by the way.
Did they?
Oh, yeah. They're not happy that they're just getting fucking...
They're getting slammed. It's great.
They're getting beat up. Did you hear the latest one?
I have not.
Oh, I hope it's there.
We have a collection of these now, but...
It's off YouTube. How will we watch it?
Oh, really?
Oh, there. Oh, let's see.
Is that it still? Should be. Then maybe it's not off YouTube. Someone's saying it was off YouTube.
Video. No longer.
Boy.
Copyright by Quincy Newspapers Inc.
We'll find it somewhere.
It doesn't matter if YouTube pulls it.
We don't.
No, it's the same.
It's the same one that got Uncle Paul and Gregory's 30th, and they got him again. And wait to hear the latest one. You're not going to believe it.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
It was amazing.
We don't have it saved?
E-Rock probably is trying to figure it out down the hall, and Danny's trying to figure it out here, just in case.
What are these Thailand bitches?
Not the great.
Come in here and fucking...
Huh?
Thailand bitches are always in this room. In this little video room
thing,
I'll just say. They like just pop in. Oh.
Colts Jets, thank you, is December 27th. Yeah, we got 2 weeks. We got 2 weeks on that. That's the one.
No, that's Connor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, Jimmy never heard this one?
Did you hear the Connor one?
No.
Oh, this is great. It has all the features. And the kid is just adorable that they're showing here. Little Connor Peterson is out there. He's smiling. And
you got it here.
I can't believe they fell for that.
Jimmy the Creep writes, whoever did that is... So what happened, Danny? They only have us talking about it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's apparently
they'll find it down the hall. Forget it. Just forget I said that until we have it.
It is so fucking funny, man.
Just wait to hear this one, Jimmy. It could be the best one yet, believe it or not. And remember, we had a nice shooting in Times Square last week.
Yes, we did.
You missed a great shooting in Times Square.
I heard a cop shot a panhandler.
2-3 blocks
life
from
off
here.
the street. Another one gone. Goodbye. Not a panhandler. Fucking extortionist. A shakedown artist.
Oh, what was he doing?
That's one of these scams that they do now in Times Square, where these guys that are rappers, they have a CD, which is normally just a blank CD, a blank disc, and a jewel case with a home printed fucking cover and everything.
Guys. I never take
and they walk up to you and go, walk up to tourists and go, "What's your name, man? What's your name?" And someone will go like, "Bob," and then he'll write to Bob and sign it and go,
"Ew,
$10.
Ew.
And then the guy goes, "I didn't buy it." He goes, "I signed it, man. What's the matter? You don't like music? You don't like..." And really force the guy to give him $10 for this shit. So this is the scam this lowlife was doing. So the cops' way of combating it is saying, "Hey, where's your tax stamp?" You know, they ask him for a tax stamp. And the guy takes off running, so they chase him, doubles back down Broadway, ends up by about 46th and Broadway, and pulls out a Mac 10. Like from
old school Mac 10.
That's a weapon from the 80s, like crack epidemic. Yo, I got my Mac 10. And 2 shots fire out of it before it jams. It's got a 30-round mag.
And let me jump in here.
Oops, I'm jammed.
I got some info.
Cops lit him up.
I got some info yesterday about the shooting for real.
Yeah?
Because I told you I know someone that's their beat.
Yeah.
They weren't involved, though. But the guy went gangster. And because he went gangster sideways, that's why he jammed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Shooting sideways?
No, but I'm saying because we weren't really sure why it jammed, but that's the guy went gangster, went sideways, and that's the only reason why another, 25 bullets
I'm sure it
didn't go flying.
I'm sure it wasn't the cleanest gun either.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he wasn't there oiling and making sure everything, the parts work smoothly. A Mac 10. Yeah, you hold certain guns wrong,
right,
and the slide isn't going to work on it.
That's official. I mean, the boys I know, they said the only reason is because he went gangster. If he didn't go gangster, most likely, a hell of a lot more bullets would have been all over the
30 rounds.
place.
So he got 2 rounds off, and a sergeant just pulled his gun out. Boom! One in the arm, one in the collarbone, and one smack in the chest.
Oh, yeah, dead.
Good.
And his rap lyrics were talking about how, like, he feels sorry for the cop that tries to arrest him and all this, I don't know, all
and
this
stuff. His mama wants justice because why didn't they just shoot him in the leg?
Oh, shut up. He pulled out a fucking machine gun?
A machine gun.
Shut up.
Shoot him in the leg? What the fuck?
No,
because...
You got to get the article from Newsday. Newsday was all over this kid, like, he was an aspiring rap artist and all that
of
shit.
Of course they were.
Newsday had a whole article basically praising this guy and not the cops. So.
They didn't mention the fact they pulled out a Mach 10?
We got to get the articles just so I don't misrepresent it. But the article was not too kind.
And the picture of him that was in the post
toward the cops.
Him with Reverend Al. Reverend Al holding up his disc and pointing to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And the guy looking all tough with the gangster face on, like, I can't ever have a good time because I'm so oppressed. I can't have a good... I get a job. Stop shaking people down in Times Square. Fucking low life. Well, he's dead now, so I guess he can't get a job.
Anthony leads to today.
Satin pillow warmer.
Yeah. You were reciting lyrics.
Uh-oh.
And the boys did a little something with your lyrics.
Right when I was reading that, because I was reading the gentleman's lyrics.
Were they good?
They were terrible. They didn't make much sense. They were kind of about, killing cops and shit. But I knew as I was reading it, I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is really bad.
Well, this is
Who sent this in?
This is what the guys did. It was our own guys.
Oh.
Did this with your reading of the rap lyrics. Oh, Troy Kwan? Produced by Troy Kwan.
I was like, oh.
You shall die.
Yeah. For sure. I'm on a mission on Times Square, wishing that a cop die before he reach me. I look into that cop's eye before he duck caps. Better pray for your safety and keep the gun off safety. The streets done raised me, ain't nothing changed. It's still fuck you, pay me or else.
Yo!
And funny. Guns blazing makes me so horny. Biggest dick in the NYC. Guns blazing makes me so horny. It's what's poppin', yo. You already know. You already know.
In the middle of Times Square, so multiply that. These bundles of CDs. 1 for 10, 2 for 15, 3 for 20. I sign autograph. And plus, you take the picture with me. 40 seconds. You got 40 seconds, cop. Yeah, my motherfucking record. I hustle hard right in front of Virgins or the Marriott. Cops can't stop us. This is legal profit. Yo! Oh, show.
Funny. Guns blazing makes me so horny. Biggest dick in the NYC. Guns blazing makes me so horny. It's what's poppin', yo. You already know. You already know.
Not a bad job by Troy Kwan.
That's very good.
Not bad.
I'm just laughing at Steve from Bayshore.
What are you,
No, it's something I can't repeat.
Really? Did you just say it off mic?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
A little off mic, but it's
All
fucking, that was hysterical. Fucking guy.
Hey, did you hear the E-Rock birthday wish, Jimmy?
I did not, no.
Oh, so you're 2 behind.
Yeah, he's 2 behind.
Okay, we found both of them, Danny. So do the E-Rock one first, which I kind of gave it away, but whatever.
Time to announce some birthdays. Happy birthday to Marissa Graven. Happy birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, Bradley, Grandma, Marlene, Grandma, and Grandpa Ronnie, and all your aunts, uncles, and cousins.
Aww. Happy 21st birthday to Anna Skumakovich. Birthday wishes from your mom, Dad, Stephanie, and Patricia.
And a 10th birthday to Riley, and 2nd birthday to Maya Slade.
Aww.
Birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, Tyson, and Simon.
Happy 2nd birthday to Cole. Birthday wishes from all your family.
And happy birthday to Eric Nagel. Birthday wishes from Greg, Tony, Lily, Jimmy, Papa John, and May Nays.
May Nays.
Papa John.
May Nays was my favorite. No,
Mayonnaise.
And then,
that's great.
The same station got hit with this next one. Listen closely, Jimmy.
This is hard.
Here we go. More birthday wishes.
It is birthday time.
It sure is. Happy 12th birthday to Michelle Toulouse. Birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, Melanie, Joey, Casey, and Rascal.
Happy 15th birthday to Derek and Danielle Kobach. Birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, and Casey.
Happy 7th birthday to Connor Peterson. Birthday wishes from your fishing buddies, Lacey and Scott.
Happy 11th birthday. We're going out to Jordan Hartman. Birthday wishes.
Yes, fishing buddies.
Are you kidding me?
That is so bad. And there's a little kid, like they show just this little smiling kid. Oh, your fishing buddies, Lacey and Scott. How do they not pick up on that? Dummies.
Stupid birthday wishes. How great is that? And then they get so mad and get the videos yanked from YouTube after the fact. Fucking dopes. Oh,
Gots
man.
to love it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
MTV has decided not to show the Snooki Punch, which is very bizarre because they have shown the Snooki Punch.
Probably 1,000 times they've shown it.
Yeah,
I think everyone has seen it.
Everyone has seen the Snooki Punch from, of course, Jersey Shore. A lot of people talking about this MTV Jersey Shore show. Mm-hmm. Did you see the latest episode yet?
Nope.
With Snooki making out with chicks and stuff? Oh, she's the
I
best.
missed that one. I'll turn on MTV at any moment. It'll be on.
I'm sure it's on right now. And so MTV, after a lot of pressure, has decided to yank the part of the show where Snooki gets just fucking rocked by this guy at the bar.
But why? If it was 2 guys doing it, they wouldn't yank it. They shouldn't yank it for that.
Well, there's a lot of whys. Why are you yanking it when it's already been out there? So what damage can be done if it's already been shown?
That guy was so drunk, and apparently, did you read the article?
He's a
on
gym
him?
teacher.
Gym teacher in New York, and they said he had been, the article said that he had been drinking and taking their drinks, too.
Of course he's been drinking. Look at his eyes. He can't even focus
he's
anymore.
Like, as he's turning his head, his eyes stayed like where they were.
Right. But why would MTV pull it if it's already been... It was already out there.
She has some resilient bones. Because that just looks like it would bust her jaw.
Where did it punch in the jaw?
Yeah. I think the hair flying makes
it
look like it's worse than it was. Maybe
she gets hit so fucking.
Well, her jaw should be broken. Then.
I'm surprised guys in her family haven't fucking hunted for this dude.
All right.
Well, who knows what happens behind the scenes? You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not happy about this at all. My theory on this is really simple. I don't think MTV had any intention of showing this within the episode.
Now that's...
They knew they had gold. They put it at the end like this season on Jersey Shore, and you're looking at all these clips, and the last clip is this, and everyone went, holy shit. We all did. Like, whoa!
Yep.
And I think it was their way of getting the clip out there to promote the show, get people talking, and then they could save face and go, well, a lot of people are really upset by this, so we have decided to do the right thing and not show the clip within the episode.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. It's an interesting idea. I don't think they gave it that much forethought.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Then why not show it? Because like I said, it's already out there.
Because people buy the DVD.
And now Jimmy's idea is you think it's going to be part of the DVD thing.
I think so, sure.
Which I think would infuriate even more. Like they're really trying to capitalize on her getting punched. Like, that's the whole thing. It's like, oh, you're using this brutality and putting it on TV, and it's terrible, and what? Oh, like, what? For what? And then they want to put a domestic violence information thing at the end. That wasn't domestic violence.
No,
exactly.
I'm fucking drunk at a bar clocking a girl. They don't even know each other. How is that domestic violence?
That's just a bar fight that happens every weekend across America.
Did people object to them showing the guys fighting?
Huh?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course not. So, I don't know. MTV, I guess, caved. I'm suspicious with this whole thing, man. I think they knew that they just could not show this within the episode itself.
What? Years ago, I would agree with you. In this day and age, with all the shit that's going on, like we were just talking about with homeless shopping,
the lawyers and shit.
I absolutely think this is exactly what it is.
They thought they could do it.
They got the pressure, and yeah, well, that would have been,
And they folded to the pressure.
They promo, and then when the episode comes up, they promote again, and everyone's going to tune in to see why that happened, how it happened, and now they're not going to show it?
I don't really understand, because it happens to us. I won't bitch about the company again, but I will say one thing. Like, when we do some controversial shit, all of a sudden, like, these people scramble around and yank it from, like, a replay or something. And my thought is, well, it's too late. It's already out there. So what good does that do? You might as well keep it in there,
Yeah.
So in MTV's case, if the clip has already been out there, what are you preventing? People have already seen it.
And it's supposed to be a reality show, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
So show the fucking thing.
Right.
It's part of the storyline of what
Why
happened.
does TV have to be goody two shoes all of a sudden?
Yeah, we got to learn from it and
people outraged that they
and
even have this show on TV. Why? They're real people. They casted real people for this show. It's not an SNL skit where they're completely going over the top with stereotypes and making fun of Italians. These are real fucking people, and this is how they act.
People act like this. They're
why
they're videotaping them.
Why, as adults especially, we can't see this on our TV?
Don't show it, and then maybe people won't think it exists.
Here we go. An exclusive, for real. We got the Situation on the phone.
Damn. Hey, Situation!
The Situation. What's up, sir?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show, my friend. I hear you sort of know about us, or is that bullshit?
No. I'm definitely a big fan of you guys, definitely.
I appreciate that. We're just talking about the Snooki punch and how MTV, decided to yank it from the actual episode.
You know what? That's definitely an unfortunate incident, and life's not perfect. Stuff like that does happen. It was nobody of the cast that was, really, hit her in any way, but it was just some random guy He had a little bit too much to drink, and he just made a bad decision. Now, as per it being yanked, I would just maybe say that maybe as respect to her and her family, they just wanted to take it out possibly.
Yeah, but that's kind of silly because, I mean, everyone has seen the clip now, man.
It's been on everywhere.
I mean, it is everywhere. The clip went viral. MTV showed it a ton of times as, a preview clip of what to expect from this fine show of yours there. By the way, we're all big fans of Jersey Shore. We love it.
He's saying we like the show a lot.
Yeah, we love it.
Is there anything, are you cool with the way they cut it up? Because a lot of people, when they do a reality show, are not happy with the final product. But when you watch that, are you cool? Like, you're like, that was, okay, that's pretty much how I want it to be represented, or did they screw you over?
No, not at all. I mean, I live life moment by moment, which I'm sure you guys can see. And whatever you see is what you get. We had a blast doing it, and had an awesome experience with MTV and the whole situation.
Yeah. Hey, getting back to that clip really fast, Snooki was in that dude's face, so what was going on? Because they obviously didn't know each other.
You know what? That airs in probably like 2-3 days, Thursday at 10, so I really can't give too much away. But it happens, just a bunch of young 20-somethings going out, and somebody made a bad decision, and like I said, it's an unfortunate incident, though.
You know what it is? This stuff does happen all the time, and the reality show should be real. I mean, now if it's what you said, like out of respect for her and her family and stuff like that, all right, that's harder to argue than just saying, pulling it for being under pressure by sponsors or certain interest groups and stuff like that. But I say just leave it in, man,
Yeah, we could handle
it's real.
We can handle reality TV, believe it or not. Hey, how do you feel about all the people protesting about the show?
Well, you know what? You're going to get a lot of people that, love you and hate you, so you really can't please everybody. It's definitely real. Everything you see is real, and if you really don't like it that much, you possibly could change the channel. But as far as I know, over 2 million people viewed in last week. So and possibly even more this week. So
you're surprised at the success of the show?
To be honest with you, I'm a pretty confident kid, and I was pretty excited. I knew the show was going to be good, and I was had a very good feeling once I left the show, because there was a lot of action and the whole season. But I did not believe that we would take reality by storm in about 7 days, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. What do you do for your abs? It's really depressing to watch you on television. My abs are not quite up to par.
You know what? I've always had a 6-pack since I was little. And ever since I started working out, I just got a little muscle. I had the 6-pack, and then you actually know the recipe to get into unbelievable shape, and that's it. You just watch the diets and cardio. Obviously nutrition. It's like like I told you before.
You're one of those lucky kids that have genetics on your side.
And banging broads.
Banging the broads. The situation. Well, we all love the show. We're completely hooked, talking about it a lot on our radio show here.
Yeah. Do you talk to anybody else from the show since it wrapped up?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually best friends with DJ Paulie D. We're out here in L.A. right now, just having fun. We got a lot of things out here to, having fun, and at the same time a little bit of work, too. So, as well as I do speak to Snooki, and I speak to everybody, but everybody, has their relationships, who's closer, who's best friends. And
how does L.A. treat, like, Jersey Guidos?
You know what? I'm gonna be very honest. I feel like an endangered species at a petting zoo out here.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Not many out there, man. It's a little different than Jersey.
Yeah, we went out here, and people are just flipping. They actually love us out here, but and we love LA. So I think we're out here for another day or two. But we went out, I think, a day or two ago, or 2 days in a row, and people were just chasing us, and it was pretty wild.
Yeah, Sam's got a question for you, Mike.
Situation. This is like the biggest breakout MTV has had in a long time. You guys are killing TMZ right now in LA. As the breakout star of the show, how individually responsible do you think you are for the success of it?
Oh, that's a brilliant question.
Good question.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just being myself, and if the show is successful because of that, I'm happy. I guess that's all I got to say about that. I'm just being myself, having fun. I live life moment by moment, so at any particular time, you will get a situation.
Do you feel like you've gotten them, like it seems like a lot of the attention has been on you as far as the guys are concerned, because you really do seem to be the one that just kind of goes out fearless to live life. Not that the other guys aren't, but you seem to be really the above and beyond guy who will do that.
You know what? I've always been like that. You know, you only live once. Definitely. You know, I'm in my 20s, and you know, I just, like I said, don't want to have any regrets once I get older. And I'm sure if I do make any mistakes, I make them now so that I learn from them and grow. You know?
Yeah, we could all learn from you, Mike. I don't even know the names of the other characters on the show, because it's all about the situation.
I don't even know who Mike is. I know who the situation is.
Well, we understand that.
And have you ever had any problems how Italians are portrayed on TV on any show?
No, not that I know of. I've never had any problem with anything. I mean, me personally, I don't point the finger at anything. If I don't like something on TV, I'll probably change the channel, and I wouldn't even say anything to anybody.
That's got to be because of your confidence, Mike.
It's like
you don't care what people are saying about you.
Screw it. I really don't, care too much. At the end of the day, I have my family, I have my friends. Looks like I got a lot of fans out there. So when I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror and I smile, and I just realize that, hey, today's going to be a good day.
Is there a workout tape in your future? The situation? Maybe like a little crunch tape or something?
There might be a workout tape. Recently I had some sponsors try to sell some ad space on my stomach. I mean, it's getting pretty wild out there.
I've had the same thing, but for different reasons.
I mean, yeah, they wanted to, people trying to put things on my stomach, and I'm hearing like rap songs. I mean, things are just coming out of the woodwork.
Damn,
you wouldn't believe it. It gets crazier and crazier every day. And don't get me wrong, I love it. It's just that I didn't really expect it to blow up in 7 days like this.
Yeah. How tall is Snooki? For real?
Snooks is like, she might even be like 4'9", I think.
Yeah, she's not 5 foot tall. And the last episode, you were making out with Snooki a little bit.
Well, you know what? Me and Snooks, we have very, very similar outlooks on having fun and just living life up. And, I know she kind of lives life moment to moment. She's trying to have fun, and I kind of live the same way. So,
One moment she's standing, the next she's on the floor.
A couple days in.
Yeah, I hear you.
How jealous when Ronnie, when the whole drama was going on between Ronnie and you and Sammy, how jealous was Ronnie? Sammy Sweetheart.
Yeah, Sammy Sweetheart.
How jealous was Ronnie getting that he didn't have the gift of gab like you do? Because he's like a big beefy guy, but he doesn't have the game that the situation does, the way he talks.
No, you know what? I didn't even expect, exactly what happened, the whole Ronnie and Sammy situation right there. Because, I mean, you could just tell when somebody can talk and somebody can't.
Right.
Or somebody's got it and they don't.
Yeah, the situation
I didn't think that he had it in any way.
Yeah.
And, even though that I was a little wild in the first couple episodes in jacuzzis or wherever in clubs and stuff like that, me and Sam, we were vibing, but at the same time, that doesn't give me permission to just be blatantly, blatantly crazy. So that kind of changed her mind, maybe to get back at me. She had, went into Ronnie's arms. So it's almost like I handed, Sam to Ronnie on a silver plate.
Yeah, it just shows you how clueless, Sweetheart Sammy there is, because, she should have went for the situation over Ronnie. We all know that.
Everyone saw that one.
She probably would have had a way better time, the first day or two.
Hold on.
Hear that, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to be on Jay Leno tonight.
Yeah. We like I said, I was actually getting a little sleep, and then I heard about the Opie and Anthony thing, and I was like, yeah, I definitely got to wake up for that. And then we got Leno and Access Hollywood, and you name it, a lot of stuff going on.
How many guys are doing Leno?
I believe just me, Snooks, maybe, and Paulie possibly.
All right. Hey, when Leno asked to see your abs, could you maybe have Opie and Anthony on your abs when you show it to the national audience?
Yeah, that's exactly what a couple people had approached me about. That's exactly what a couple people, and it's pretty wild, but I don't think he's going to ask to see my abs, even though almost everybody does.
Now, Leno loves a fucking well-built gentleman.
Yes, and Leno loves abs.
He's
all
does.
about abs.
I mean, I seen Tyson over the weekend at the Spike Awards, and it was pretty cool. Just having a blast out
Whoa,
here.
what happened with you and Tyson? Anything?
Oh, Tyson's the man. I love Tyson. He pulled me aside and he just gave me some words of wisdom from Tyson. And,
that's good.
I can't really say too much of that stuff right now, but I love Mike Tyson.
Did he punch Snooki? That would have been something. She could take a punch, that girl.
Yeah, let's see if she can take a real punch, right?
Big meat fist.
Yeah, Mike was definitely a cool guy.
The situation in Paulie D had a very good quote as far as philosophy goes on TMZ, because there were a bunch of people in L.A. heckling them on the street.
Yeah.
And they pretty much summed it up when they said they hate because they ain't.
Oh,
They hate because they ain't.
You know something?
That could be
That's
a T-shirt.
True. It's you really can't imitate the East Coast attitude, or I guess if you would say swag. So when we go out, man, people are flipping out and chasing us and taking pictures, and like I said, we're so nice to everybody. But then again, you can't please everybody, and you will get that hater or so.
All right, we get it. You're great.
You're like the swarthy Beatles.
Right.
Yeah, you just gotta let them know, man. If you don't like me, just tell your girl to T-bone me real quick. That's all.
Damn.
Shit. All right. Thank you, Mike. The situation, you're great. We all know it.
Good luck
Have
tonight,
fun on
man.
Leno tonight, all right,
Cool,
brother?
man.
Thank you so much, guys. Love you guys.
All right, take care, bro.
There goes the situation. Fucking Blue Heeler from Kentucky. This interview is embarrassing. Don't you get what we're doing there, you asshole?
Sam is such an asshole.
Why?
You know, when you said...
That's true, though. They hate because they ain't. That's why they hate.
Sam is just such a fucking encouraging ass. Just trying to get him to say shit.
I encourage the people I love, you know what I'm saying?
That's fucking funny.
I gotta pee.
Oh,
Yeah, that was cool. That was a nice exclusive. We had to go around Publicis to get that done. We said, fuck the Publicis. We'll just call the guy personally. And
that's how it works.
And he said, fuck yeah, I'll go on your show. So very cool.
When we
Yeah, he was cool, man.
go around management, it works well.
Absolutely. We'll be back. Stay there. Opie and Anthony, it's a Monday.
What is this? This sounds like something like from the early 90s, late 80s.
It's Spaceman by the Killers.
How old is this?
A year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
Killers,
style,
yeah.
like,
You like the Killers, Jimmy?
I've done 2 shows with them. I did one and then met them with you guys. I don't know.
We were on Leno with the Killers. Remember that hit?
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
All right.
Killers rule.
They're good, right?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of music would you say they are? What would they classify as?
Rock.
Alternative? No?
What's alternative at this
Alternative
point?
now is like, doo-wop.
Definitely rock.
Alternative.
The rock is dead. Gone.
Are they big, the Killers?
A little bit, Jimmy. A little bit.
They are?
They're huge. Killers are huge. Remember that Connor Peterson clip we just played?
How could we forget?
We got to go backwards because there's a conservative talk show in San Francisco and Sacramento that discussed the Connor Peterson birthday wish that one of our listeners did for this fine radio show of ours.
Wow.
So let's play the original clip again. And then we'll see what these conservative douchebags said about us. So first, the clip.
Was this just a
Travis?
excuse to play the clip again?
Yes. Travis?
You want the whole thing or just the
No, from the beginning, from 2 hours ago.
Travis is panicking.
Travis is losing it.
I'm good. You should play the Killers yourself already.
I'm just going to play the clip.
Your Canadians are going down. You know that, Travis, right?
Yeah, sure they are.
All right, we'll see what happens. This coming Saturday, right?
Sure
Yeah,
will.
we'll see.
All right, let's go. Here's the Connor Peterson clip.
Happy 7th birthday to Connor Peterson. Birthday wishes from your fishing buddies, Lacey and Scott.
Happy 11th birthday. Here going out to Jordan Hartman. Birthday
I think it's hysterical.
It's great.
Sorry.
It's funny.
It's so bad. It's in such, like,
Poor taste. We get all that, but it's funny,
But
man.
come on. It's shocking.
Right.
Sometimes shocking is like,
great.
holy shit.
It got a lot of people laughing. So Armstrong and Getty had a problem with that.
What is
clip.
Armstrong?
Who?
They sound
Armstrong and
They sound like
Getty.
people who like know Dick Cheney and are doing stuff in Iraq.
Yeah.
Is it-
Armstrong and Getty.
A contractor from Armstrong and Getty was beheaded.
The law firm of Armstrong and Getty.
Armstrong and Getty. What do you go there for like get your arms big and buy gas?
You get your child out of the water. You have enough to worry about. But Armstrong and Getty.
Armstrong, yeah, you get big. Hey, big leg strong too. You don't like. It's funny. My girlfriend hates him too.
Oh, really?
Oh.
We'll go back to him later.
All right, good. We will. All right, here's Armstrong and Getty. They comment on the Connor Peterson call.
Let's see a picture of them, by the way, Danny, if you could find.
Oh my God!
What?
Somebody should have.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh my God.
Somebody should have. Here's the radio voice
God.
guy. Oh my God! Somebody should have.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! And punt.
Relax, guys.
Really?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Oh
let's
my
relax a little
God.
bit. Is right. Fucking another
Simmer down, Cal Ripken.
another radio show that doesn't use their own voices. Jesus.
Again.
Oh my God! What? Somebody should have. Does anybody read ahead or proofread these things?
I'm walking into the room and everybody's going nuts and nobody will tell me what's happening
You've
here.
seen this sort of thing on a lot of local TV stations. It's just a little, they just mention people's birthdays. People write in with somebody's goes something like this.
Sure is. Happy 12th birthday to Michelle Toulouse. Birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, Melanie, Joey, Casey, and Rascal.
Happy 15th birthday to Derek and Danielle Kobach. Birthday wishes from Mom, Dad, and Casey.
Happy 7th birthday to Connor Peterson. Birthday wishes from your fishing buddies, Lacey and Scott.
Now, right there, if you're playing that on a radio show, there should be a laugh right there. We're going to see how they deal with this.
Which one is which?
Oh, my God.
Which one's John Locke?
But wait, why would they play it again instead of just saying,
Yes.
it was a birthday? We all know what birthday wishes are.
Right.
And somebody threw in the name of Connor Peterson, which I think, and then comment on it. Why do you play it?
Why? Because when
thought
they
it was
play it, it's okay. Isn't it outrageous all over again because you're playing the
Yes. You're getting a reaction
I
out
love
of
the
it.
dudes. That's how they do it. Like the Janet Jackson and all that. They replay the clip, but it's okay. There's no outrage when they do it for some reason.
By the way,
Or the Imus clip. No outrage when the news plays the clip.
A morbid laugh, but they just did a story on Hit and Run, and then the camera just panned down to an empty shoe in the street.
That's shoe.
Exactly.
How does that-
Should have been hit and stay still. That shoe ain't going anywhere.
You always get knocked out of your goddamn shoes.
I know. I want to invent shoes, by the way, that wrap around the top of your ankle and like loop around like Romans. But then again, I wouldn't be inventing them if they're already there.
Yeah, they're called Roman
Yeah,
shoes.
they had a hit and run. They caught a whole thing of hit and drive.
The stupid broads out there, that's their hottest shoe right now is the Roman look.
Is it? I like that look, actually.
So here's
Vomitorium.
War helmet.
No, I don't like balls in my face and a dick on my nose. Because when that happens, I just go like this until the penis tickles and he pulls it away. That's how you get someone to stop Roman war helmeting you. They hate that.
Oh, look how far you have to go down before you actually find a sexual Roman war helmet. They're showing actual Roman war helmets on Google.
Stupid.
You got to put Roman war helmet cock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, why would-
Oniony.
Where is it?
Wow, you
Come on,
can't
there's
find
no
a Roman war
helmet
What
picture.
the hell's wrong with Google?
You sure you don't have your settings
Should
on
be the
safe?
number one. That should be the number one picture that pops up.
Your settings on sexy.
All right, let's see how Armstrong and Getty handled this dumb clip.
God,
7th birthday to Connor Peterson. Birthday wishes from your fishing buddies, Lacey and Scott.
Happy 11th birthday here going out.
Holy crap!
My God.
Holy crap!
All right, at least they laugh.
You can't air that.
When did that happen?
You can't.
Wait, you can't air that, but you can?
We can.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit. What do you shouldn't air it then if that's how you feel.
And the guy laughed.
Dude, the guy's laughing his ass
Yeah,
off.
all right.
You can't air that.
When did that happen?
You can't air. Did anybody read that?
Oh, jeez.
That's in the worst taste ever.
Good God.
Ever.
I'm not laughing. I'm cringe exhaling.
Yeah, and it's not funny. It's just
it's shocking.
Oh
Yes.
my God! How did nobody
it's funny.
catch that?
And jeez, Louis, where'd that air?
How did nobody catch that?
I don't know. I'll need to verify where that aired. I'm not sure.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Say that again. That's the worst outrage I've ever heard.
That was
I don't even know what that guy laughed. He got caught out there laughing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you played it just to be shocking. You could have relayed the story by saying it.
Then he said. Then he even said everything I said. It's not funny. It's funny where you're shocked and like, oh my God, that actually got on. And so you could say you were laughing, but then he's like, oh no, I wasn't laughing.
That was cringe exhaling.
Cringe exhaling.
Also, that's a laugh, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was inhaling and exhaling again while I shook. That would be a laugh, stupid. He said he's not laughing, yet he physically described a laugh.
A laugh.
What is a cringe exhale? What is a cringe exhale?
I have no idea. A laugh. I was laughing.
There's a part 2 here.
Oh, is there?
Good.
I like the way Scott said verified instead of find out because it sounds more sophisticated.
Like he's Jack Bauer in CTU.
Is that a cringe exhale? It's a cringe laugh. Oh.
Why? It's pretty genuine.
Yeah.
That's how people... Can you replay that? Because right before that, there's more of the horrible cartoon laugh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my I like the way Scott said verified instead of find out because it sounds more sophisticated.
Like he's Jack Bauer in CTU. Welcome to the Armstrong and Getty Show,
buddies.
Oh,
jeez, that's just bad.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
How did nobody catch that?
The unborn child's name.
But how did nobody catch?
They have absolutely nothing to say about this.
That's the worst outrage ever.
They don't know what to do with this.
They have a thesaurus. That's bad.
Yeah, golly.
Terrible. Awful.
Not good.
Horrific. Horrendous.
Abysmal. Offensive. Remarkably. Then they just put adjectives in front of the words. That's extremely bad. That's extremely terrible. That's monumentally bad. Monumentally terrible. Stop with the adjectives.
You know why? They're not outraged, so they can't even fake it.
Of course they're not.
No.
They play
But how did nobody catch that?
It's terrible.
From the person who typed it into the teleprompter, the person who wrote it down to the person who typed it down, and then the anchor. I think I'd have caught that as I was reading it and stopped.
Well, what's the IQ of your average low-level TV reporter?
8.
In your experience?
8.
So the cringe exhale.
I believe that aired in Wisconsin. So not locally.
Okay, so it's not as...
What? Who the hell thinks that's a funny joke, then?
No, that's
what
awful.
are you doing in Wisconsin? What's the matter with you Wisconsinites?
Oh.
Cheese eating, frost scraping, snowmobiling, dummies.
Brett Favre missing.
Brett Favre missing.
That's rough.
Minnesota envying. Wow.
I fucking hate this business.
Anybody that doesn't appreciate this radio show can go and kill yourself.
Oh my God.
Even if you do.
It really... Wow, that show is terrible. It's extremely horrible.
Really bad!
Yeah, can he get his voice any higher? Someone said that...
Okay, faggot, what's next?
Some guy said that it sounds like two guys doing a chick show.
Yeah.
Like with that outrage.
That false outrage.
Oh, no, and they have nothing to say about it, really?
They had nothing to say.
Why were you outraged so much? Was it the fact that, the dead child? Outraged at the anchor? Outraged at whoever sent it in? Where's the outrage? Elaborate. Thank you.
I found a cool little video clip I have to bring in.
I think they just wanted to play the clip.
Of course they did.
Oh,
it's
what do you got to get it up for there?
No, it's not here. We were signing in Boston a couple years ago. I'll bring it tomorrow. It's very short.
Oh,
what? We were fucking with people writing awful stuff on.
The awful things we write. Yeah, those are the days. I remember that when we used to go places. Oh, they don't send this shit anywhere now.
Please,
it costs money.
Oh no, they want us to do glorified bar gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wanted to play that clip, but they can't just say, "Wow, look at we found this. It's really funny, and you know,
check this out.
They have to make believe they're outraged, or they won't be able to play that clip.
And even do it under the guise of like, how stupid could the news be, which they touched on definitely. But you know, you don't have to preface it by being so outraged. You can just play it and go, holy shit.
Correct.
And then talk about how stupid the news is for letting that one slide by. You think the person that does the screening is really going to be under the gun now to,
of course,
to look for these things? People are going to have to get a lot smarter.
Whoever's doing this might have to switch local news channels.
No, I would just really step up the cleverness of what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, because now there's a challenge there to get
now
another
it's a
one
challenge.
through.
You're not getting mayonnaise.
They're on to you. Whoever that, we don't even want to know who the guy is. He's out there.
Yeah.
He's a fan of our show. Obviously, that was one of our fans.
Not getting mayonnaise again. You are never getting a mayonnaise.
No.
A hey, would you blow me? You're not going to see his birthday popping up there. A Phil McCracken. You won't be seeing that. I think they're going to start really paying attention. So get clever.
I bet you the fan is up for the challenge, though.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for the next
hear
one.
it. By the way, you messed me. I'm 57 years young.
Yes, they screwed that up, Uncle Paul. Oh, tragic. That was terrible. That was awful they did that. It was horrible, horrendous, terrifically horrid, tremendously awful.
Yeah.
Let's do your Tiger Woods update.
Make that mouth. Chick must hate that, man.
Fucking hates Chip.
Of course.
Tiger Woods. What'd he do?
Tiger Woods. Should we, I want to wake up Tiger again
What?
today. Do we want to wake up Tiger, or you want to just do bullet points today?
We'll wake him up later tomorrow or something.
You don't feel like waking him up today? I don't blame you.
We wake him up every day.
I love when we wake up Tiger. Well, we got Jamie Jungers.
Ah, that's my favorite. Well, my second favorite now.
Despicable.
I like the other one.
You see the other one that came out in the paper today?
No, today another one?
But she's saying that she just went on dates with Tiger and didn't do anything with him.
Bullshit.
And then she...
Low blow. That's a great deal.
Why would why would she say that, though? Like, what a fucking pig to come out and say that.
Because they all want to be famous now.
Holy shit.
This is their chance to be famous. That's why.
Oh,
that girl.
A duck.
Read the caption, because she swears that she went on dates with Tiger, nothing happened, but Tiger bought her stuff.
Playboy model Laura Dana Jolie. That's that chick, Laura Dana, yeah.
Which one is she?
That's the hot one that we were talking about the other day.
But they said was
Laura
an
Dana?
escort?
Claimed through a lawyer yesterday that she had sexless dates with Tiger, and he gave her cash and jewels. This is the 15 grand bitch.
Oh, that's the blonde version of her?
I guess so.
What's
Wait,
15
now I'm
grand,
confused.
bitch? What's that?
Laura Dana, right?
There was a madam that came out and said that Tiger paid 15 G's for this girl.
15 large.
15 large, I think.
And that's
but there's so many girls now, I think we're getting, we're getting a little confused.
15 G's. Wow, Tiger.
Is that the same girl, Danny, from... It is, okay. You're right, Aunt.
Yeah.
She looks completely different with blonde hair, no?
Totally, yeah.
Well, the
I like
picture
the
they
guy
had in the
with dark
paper,
hair,
she
to tell
had
you the truth.
brunette. Yeah, she had dark hair and she had all her clothes on. The picture they have in the paper today, she's blonde and with barely anything on. Tiger, wow. Now he's losing his sponsorships.
Yeah, he'll lose some.
We knew that was...
He lost Gatorade, but they technically said that they were moving on before the scandal hit.
This one's Procter & Gamble, isn't it? Which was not a surprise.
He lost Gillette, and he's losing this, what is it called? A censure?
Censure, yeah.
Because they're calling it the first sponsor to drop Tiger. Gillette phasing him out of ads. AT&T reevaluating their relationship. From a censure alone, Tiger was making between 10 and 15 million a year. Whew. He just lost between 10 and 15 million
That's
a year.
a lot of money to
from a
fucking
censure.
just not be getting, no matter how rich you are.
Yeah, dude, that's a tremendous...
That's a hit.
And I'd say this, though. At least it's coming at him from all ways. At least he can't just look and go, that one fucking bitch. It's like, it really is, it's all coming out. So it's almost like, I think that's easier in the long run, because then there's going to be none that can come after you. Now it's like, imagine a year from now if this one came out. Now everyone's just throwing up. It's going to be out.
Yeah,
true.
It'll be done.
I agree with you, but we're not done yet.
No. But I mean, in this process,
we're
it's
not
still
done
happening.
yet. There are people out there that I bet you they're debating, well, should I make this public, what I know? I'm telling you, I don't think we're done yet.
They're getting less.
We're getting close, but I don't think
less.
we're done. I say we're about 75, 80% done. I think there's a couple more bombshells that'll come out in the next week or two, and then finally he'll know what he's dealing with officially.
So let's say it's 20 chicks, 25 chicks. The guy's the highest profile. I don't blame his wife for leaving, But just the way the news and everyone's shocked, and he's not the guy we thought he was. He's a straight guy with a dick.
He's a guy. He's a multi-million-dollar athlete. You know, that is extremely good at what he does, and he's running around like a single dude. That's all. That's all. If he comes out and says he's a sex addict, I'm gonna fucking puke.
I won't. If he's got to do something to make $15 million a year back, he can say what he wants.
Who the fuck's believing that? He's just doing what single athletes do. And some married athletes, obviously, but mostly single athletes do exactly what Tiger does. Hangs out in the VIP lounges with a lot of broads, partying, and seeing what he can get.
Can I say, though, like, he might be a sex addict because of the risks he took? Yeah, Think of it, like, there's an addictive way to look at this because he was fucking without a condom and, like, doing really high-risk stuff. Dude, he's a billion-dollar athlete. Fucking without a condom.
Dude, if you
I get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's addictive
That's a good point,
shit,
Jimmy.
man.
If you look
you might have turned me around on that.
If you look at everything to try to assess if you're an addict, is it affecting your work? Is it affecting your home life?
Wait a minute. It didn't affect his work, unless maybe he was supposed to be better than he is.
Maybe some of those slumps he was in, but it's affecting his work now.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Why would he quit golf? That was the only thing he was doing
his wife
right.
Told him to.
But that was the only thing he was doing right.
Hey, are there 20 questions you
That
can
was
bring
the
up?
only stable thing he was doing.
20 questions if you're a sex addict. There's got to be 20 questions somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, let's run down the bullet points
See if it
fast.
fits.
So Tiger announces he's taking an indefinite break from golf to work on being a better husband and father. That's bullshit, and he'll be back within a year, easy, if not sooner. If not sooner. The Masters are in April. Come on. What else is he going to do but hit golf balls for the next few months? He can't go out in public. He can't bang broads. He can't do nothing.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Sex addict quiz. Now get your pencils, people. I want
There's going to be a lot of listeners depressed today. A lot of listeners.
But there's only 9 questions? Usually
9.
there's 20, but I guess we'll try 9.
Nine's good. You got a pen? I want to take this.
I got one. Here.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we could all take it together, and then
Let's
we
all
can guess
take
what
it.
Tiger's thoughts were.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Have you number 1 through 9? 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. Have you engaged in sexual behaviors that you wish you could stop?
No.
Well, don't say it. Just write it.
But who would say yes to that?
I would.
Well, yeah, Jimmy probably would say yes to that.
Absolutely. And I'm going to guess. Can I guess that Tiger? We have to guess what Tiger would say. I'm going to guess yes because he probably wishes that he didn't need to do Ambien or wasn't. If that's what he was doing, he's probably like, fuck, man, why can't I just be faithful and not take these risks? You have to be fucking panicking that you're doing this crazy shit. He's not a dumb guy. He's a really smart dude.
Yeah.
So my guess for him would be yes.
Tiger, I'll say yes. Okay, I'm going to do me and then Tiger.
I'll do the same.
Okay. Do you feel abnormally driven by your sex drive?
No.
Abnormally driven by your sex drive.
Yeah, all right, good answer.
I have an absolutely yes.
Yes on that too, Jimmy?
Oh, dude.
And Tiger, yes, right?
I don't know. I put don't know.
Okay.
I don't know him. He may just feel comfortable doing that. He may just be a guy with a high drive. I don't know what his thoughts are.
Have you been in relationships just for sex?
Yes.
The question is, have you ever been in one that didn't have anything to do with
But
that?
how is that part of the sex addiction quiz? Every fucking human being has been in a relationship for just the sex.
Piece of the
Whether
puzzle.
It lasted a couple weeks
Just
or
a piece of the
Absolutely.
puzzle.
Get the fuck out of here.
Piece of the puzzle.
It's horse shit, because that one, almost every human being would have to say yes to.
Okay.
Have you masturbated? Has it been going on even after marriage?
Or relationship.
Or, yeah, if you're in a heavy relationship.
That's bullshit, too.
Oh, my God. Listen to
that one might
Wait,
be.
hold on. That's bullshit.
Why?
Just about every human being would say yes to that question, too.
Almost. See, you said almost every human being. So maybe
Come on.
somebody...
How is that a sex
Piece
addiction
of the puzzle.
question?
Well,
Piece of
again,
the
it
puzzle.
won't be.
It's okay if you're in a relationship or married and you masturbate.
It's
Yeah,
just
okay.
subtle. It's not going to be to you stick your head fucking dick in glory holes every night.
I understand all
That's
that.
question 6, by the way. Number 5, we're up to. Have you continued to use pornography after entering a long-term committed sexual relationship?
I don't want to take the quiz anymore.
I do.
It's not.
It's bullshit. Everyone would say yes to that, too.
But it's if you've done a couple of things.
But, Jimmy, we're already up to 3
I like 20
questions.
questions. I like 20 questions.
We're up to 3 questions that I strongly would say that most listeners would say yes to.
Yeah, I think they would.
How am I for looking at porn when you're in a relationship? Come on.
Using pornography and looking at porn is different. If you're
all right, what do you mean by using porn?
If you're
then?
perusing the web, some news sites and shit like that,
right.
and you come across a fucking nude picture and you're like, wow, that chick's hot. That's hot.
Okay.
And you just watch some videos. If you're sitting there for hours on end jerking
but
off,
they're not saying
hours on end. I think that's an individual thing.
Because there's a healthy part.
Continue to use pornography.
But Ant, all I'm saying is there's a healthy part to the question and an unhealthy part. They're not explaining it further.
Well, I don't think if you've looked at pornography or used it once or twice since you're married, I think that when you read that,
right.
But I think when you read that, you look at that and you go like, God, I have been fucking doing that.
Yeah, but
a
I think
lot.
it's
Chances are, if you're taking this quiz, if you're answering these questions, you have.
I think
doubts.
it's tricking people into thinking they're sex addicts. I really do, because they got to. These questions have to be a little more deeper than this.
This was the first test we pulled up. After this, we take this. We'll look at another one and see if the questions are.
Yeah, and let's see what the rest of the questions are. How it ties in.
But I already have 3 yeses, and I think that's completely normal for most people listening to this fucking show.
Number 6, does your sexuality seem to be dragging down your personal potential? Let me think about that.
All right, now that's a normal question.
It's iffy, but what?
Has your sexuality? Really? Does your sexuality seem to be dragging down your personal potential?
It goes a little bit.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
All the energy wasted.
Exactly.
I'm not saying you, I'm saying me. All the energy wasted, all the bad decisions I've made, which have damaged personal relationships.
But that's a more normal sex addiction question is what I'm saying.
I wrote yes because there are things I absolutely could have or should have been doing besides sexual things.
Sure.
Then everyone would say yes to that.
Nah, you got it. But again, you got to gauge it. You got to weigh it. Are you thinking of it like, fuck, there's a lot of shit?
Yeah, but overall,
it's like, I missed fucking, this because I was.
Overall, I would say no to that question, but sure, there's probably something I should have done, but I had.
But your personal experience has been no for that. Like you know deep down that's not affecting your life.
No,
like,
in general, I would say no to that question. But
here it is.
But even go ahead.
This solves it. This whole test is a test. You have to have the mindset to look at that and each question and go, fuck.
It might trigger something in your head where you go, all right,
so
I get
you're
you
looking
then.
at a question like, thinking, that's nothing, everybody does that. But a sex addict might look at it like, oh my God, I really do that. That's a big problem.
There's no absolutes. It's not like if you've done that a few times, you're an addict.
It makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's just starting to trigger shit in your head.
And here it is. Have you been in a relationship just for sex? That question. Let's take that one. If you fucking saw some chick in a bar or something, picked her up, and you're fucking her, and then you see her a little more than you might want to, and that's one thing. If you're you feel nothing for anybody.
Yeah.
But sex.
Or you hate them.
Or you hate them, right?
And you're still with them because you want to fuck them.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
There's a problem. Number 7, people, pick up your pens. Do you find that you spend a significant amount of time viewing pornography or grooming others for sexual encounters?
No.
Why?
Absolutely for me. I'm going to guess Tiger would say yes.
Yes for Tiger.
Holy shit.
Or grooming people? Yes.
I expected a lot of yeses from Jimmy, but not Anthony.
I'm kind of yesing the shit out of myself here.
I gave Tiger, to be honest with you. I didn't know for number 2 what he considers normal, so I didn't answer that. Number 5, have you continued to use pornography after entering a long-term committed? With him, I put a question mark.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess yes for that one, but I really don't know.
Yeah, we don't know him for sure.
If he watches porn. But I guessed 6 and 7 for him. Sexuality seem to be dragging down your personal. I would say definitely yes. And for 7, do you spend grooming others for sexual encounters? For 7, I would say I have to say yes. You've talked to all these chicks. That's grooming.
Right.
True.
Okay. Number 8.
All right. 8. Have you experienced an unwanted sexual encounter during childhood or adolescence? Unwanted. No.
Isn't that blacked out in most of us?
No.
Again, but people who haven't thought of that may be sparked. I don't know on that one for me either. Because I've had so many when I was a kid, but were any of them unwanted? I don't remember. I initiated a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm writing no.
For myself, I had to put don't know.
And wanted to write yes so bad to that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Not have you. It's like, there's nothing really unwanted that was sexual.
You've been on the other end of it.
Well.
A lot of people are answering yes.
Oh, yes.
Picturing your ghoulish face.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That guy with the hat. That guy with the guns and his big boots.
Creep. Yes, this creep came after
He
me.
made my Heine Thor. And then he did voices. He sound like the real people. My Heine with Thor. He sound like Mike Tyson and Ronald Reagan. I don't know who they are. And it hurt my coolie.
Kevin from Connecticut, this test indicates that I'm a sex addict and I never get laid. Well. All right, what's the last question?
Number 9, has monogamous sex grown to be boring?
You're talking about the past, Dan?
You got to.
Yeah.
No, I'm just talking about, like, I think that's more basic human nature, but again, if you look at it as an addict, you might go like, there isn't a guy alive that is in a monogamous relationship and keeping himself in a monogamous relationship and not even going to cheat that doesn't think about, like, fuck, man, I'd love some new tail. You know?
I think every human thinks that,
right.
too.
Yeah, but are you acting on it? Things like that.
They're talking about people that are just
and
bored.
Tiger, I think that's easy.
Yeah, my guess with
think
Tiger.
that's a yes to duty.
Yes to duty?
Yeah.
I gave Tiger 6 yeses.
Out of 9?
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6. I gave Tiger 6 yeses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 yeses.
I have 8. With 1 don't know. I just don't know about the childhood if it was unwanted or not.
3 no's.
I have 3 in the middle there. What's the one?
1 to 3.
Yeah.
Does not seem that you're presently an active sexual addict. If your concern continues, we recommend that you get more information. Now, that's what that said. That's what those questions were. Are you using pornography after the marriage? Are you doing this? Like, if you're doing a couple of these things, add it up. It may be possibly the signs, maybe not. That's pretty fair.
Yeah. 4 to 6 points, people. It seems you may be struggling in the area of sexual addiction. Your first step would be to gather further information, get books from our recommendations. Yeah, thanks.
Exactly.
If you want more practical techniques for your behavior, listen to and view our webcast. Yeah, there's a little self-interest going on here. But I guess they figure, you got a little bit of some issues, 4 to 6. And 7 to 9 points, you are probably sexually addicted. It is recommended that you gather more information, again, from our recommended books, going to a recovery group.
I'm going to have Danny
counseling.
I'm going to have Danny look up. I don't want to say because it's a 12-step group. I won't, whatever, but I want him to look one up. I think it's probably a 20 questions thing.
Accurate.
Not that we need to redo all of them, but I think that the 20 questions, for these people are much more accurate.
Rex in Massachusetts said we missed a 10th question.
Oh?
Yeah, number 10. Have you ejaculated since the beginning of this quiz?
Yes, and are you on a bus?
Right. All right.
Is there a test?
We're looking for a
40, but no, we're not going to answer 40, but let's look at a couple of them. 40 questions again.
But that makes more sense because they're going to get deeper with the questions.
Not just
those 9 questions were very vague and very just
more accurate,
general.
They want you to fucking look at that and go, I might have a problem. This particular self-help group is,
you'll know.
I think, much more.
Here's a few questions. Have you ever tried to control how much sex to have or how often you would see someone?
For me, that's a yes.
Do you find yourself unable to stop seeing a specific person even though you know that seeing that person is destructive to you? Wow, these are a little more
These
in-depth.
are fucking amazing.
This is what I was getting at before.
Yeah, do you feel that you don't want anyone to know about your sexual or romantic activities? Do you feel you need to hide these activities from others, friends, family, coworkers, audience of millions? Do you get high from sex and or romance? Do you crash?
That's number 4.
But don't all guys crash after sex?
Not sleeping crash, but they mean the emotional high, like coming off cocaine. Do you get that's like a depression, like an emotional crash.
When you're just when you're foaming at the mouth and everywhere else, and then that's done.
Dude, you have sex after sex.
There's a natural crash,
but it's a low down. But after sex, you don't feel depressed.
No.
I think that's more what they're talking about.
And you have?
Dude, you understand after
I'm
sex.
trying to understand
I'm
that.
like, I have felt, there's been times when I'm in a healthy relationship,
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about it. But when it's the high and it's an avoidance, and I'm just jerking off afterwards, I'm like, or after I've gotten prostitutes, man, I'm like, I'm depressed and I'm sad. And I'm like, what am I doing? You're fucking worthless. Dude, it's horrendous. It's a horrible crash.
Have you had sex at inappropriate times, in inappropriate places, and or with inappropriate people?
That's all one question.
It's just one question, yeah. Do you make promises to yourself or rules for yourself concerning your sexual or romantic behavior that you find you cannot follow? Well, all I'm thinking of is Jimmy on these, and every single one has been
So
yes
far, everyone is a yes.
Have you had or do you have sex with somebody you don't/didn't want to have sex with?
Absolutely.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Many times I've been in this situation where, and I don't think I knew I didn't want to. I think I confused everything and I made everything sexual. Like, I would have a girl over who I just genuinely liked or wanted to hang out with, and yet my only way to relate to somebody is to be sexual.
Right.
So I would pull my dick out, or I would...
you just didn't want to do it?
Deep down, you don't consciously make that aware to yourself, but you don't know it. Like, or with prostitutes. There's times I picked up prostitutes I was not at all attracted to. I did want to be sexual with, but I had to... It's, again, if you're in a bar and your beer isn't... You find any beer, you take it. That's the way it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Have you had or have sex with somebody who didn't want to have sex with you? Do you believe that sex and or a relationship will make your life bearable?
That's a little weird.
Have you ever felt that you had to have sex?
This is about sex and love addiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you believe that someone can fix you? Do you keep a list, written or otherwise, of the number of partners you've had?
Ugh, boy, I did one for a therapist.
Yeah.
It was, and I believe this is not junkie pride. This is some of the stuff's humiliating. There was one list. It was years ago, actually, where it was, and this was up to that point. It was a span of about a year and a half, and it wasn't even as far along as it is now, or it has been. I would say I did a thing on, it was one relationship I had cheated through. And it was 11 pages of stuff.
Holy shit. Nice.
No bullshit. No. And a lot of those were listed, multiple partners were just listed in parentheses. Like, if I saw one hooker 8 times, I wouldn't list her 8 times. I would just put her name in parentheses.
11 pages.
Yeah.
You are fucked up. That's great.
Double spaced, I mean.
Do you feel desperation or uneasiness when you're away from your lover or sexual partner? Yeah. Have you lost count of the number of sexual partners you've had? Yeah. Do you feel desperate about your need for lover, sexual fix, or future mate? I think I'm like more that relationship addict kind of a thing than sexual addiction.
Yeah, this is sex and love addiction.
Yeah, wow. Have you or do you have sex regardless of the consequences? E.g., the threat of being caught, the risk of contracting herpes, gonorrhea, AIDS, etc.
Yep.
Do you find that you have a pattern of repeating bad relationships? Wow. I gotta take this test.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your only or major value in a relationship is your ability to perform sexually or provide an emotional fix?
Yeah.
Fuck, am I fucked up?
The beauty of this is you think because this is such a complete questionnaire, you think like, no, I don't do that with sex, but then they throw in or emotional fix. And you're like, yeah, you bet. Fixer-upper coming up.
Yeah. Do you feel like a lifeless puppet unless there's someone around with you whom you can flirt? Do you feel like you're not really alive unless you're with your sexual/romantic partner? Do you feel entitled to have sex? That's interesting.
Thanks to the radio show, I do. I never did. Boy, you throw me in front of a microphone, cock out immediately.
Fuck me, dummy.
What is that question about?
Do you feel entitled to have sex?
Don't most people feel that?
No,
you feel like, yeah, I deserve sex with, like, I don't really understand that question.
Because people will go on dates, like, and go out and go, like, hey, let's go out to dinner a few times, and you'll fool around.
Right.
And you want sex, and you're like, fuck it, she wouldn't give it to me. But you understand the game.
Right.
But after a while, it literally got to a point, and where I had girls over who I really didn't know that well at all, and was trying to pull my cock out immediately, even though the vibe wasn't there. I was just entitled. You're here. I gotta fuck. And for me, it was never forceful, but it was that self-entitlement. I felt like I should have it.
And if you're not going to get it, you're going to get pissed.
Yeah, and I felt rejected and hurt when I didn't get it, and then angry at the person. I would cut them out of my life. It was very selfish.
That's a gray area question. I think
it could be, anybody could feel like they're entitled if they go out and stuff.
Right.
But
you understand in the end, you're like, all right, it wasn't going to...
Put in the context of the other questions.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Right, sure.
Do you find yourself in a relationship that you cannot leave? Wow. All right.
God damn it.
Have
Put down a yes for me, too. I was a fucking asshole for so many goddamn years.
Have you ever threatened your financial stability or standing in the community by pursuing a sexual partner? Hey, Tiger.
Exactly.
Well, yeah. Do you believe that the problem in your love life results from not having enough of or the right kind of sex, or from continuing to remain with the wrong person? Fuck yes. Have you ever had a serious relationship threatened or destroyed because of outside sexual activity? Fuck yes. Do you feel like life would have no meaning without a love relationship or without sex? Do you feel like you would have no identity if you were not someone's lover?
I say yes to the first part of that, yeah.
I say yes to that fucking question. I have a lot of yeses on this.
Yeah.
I swear to you, I have a lot of fucking yeses.
You're a fixer, Ant. You're a rescuer and a love addict.
Is this a sex addict quiz or sex addict / relationship?
I think this is more for sexual and love addiction, the whole combination.
Gotcha.
Do you find yourself flirting or sexualizing with someone even if you don't mean to? Yeah.
Yep. Inappropriate questions or innuendos or
just the different way you present yourself.
Intriguing, yeah.
Does your sexual and or romantic behavior affect your reputation? Hey, Jimmy?
But it does in a way, because the scary part about it is, like, what if you let it go? What am I?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Even though I'm in a relationship, and I'm actually happy, but it doesn't matter. It's like, with pornography, I'm still the same fucking guy, even though I'm not doing the same shit.
Do you have sex and or relationships to try to deal with or escape from life's problems?
People do that?
What?
That question.
Sex and relationships to deal with or escape from life's problems.
Like an alcoholic will drink, or a drug addict will do drugs to get away from life's problems, to forget.
Yeah.
A lot of
Using
times,
sex that way.
I might use masturbation or massages or whatever to get away from my fears.
Boredom.
Yeah.
Do you feel uncomfortable about your masturbation because of the frequency with which you masturbate, the fantasies you engage in, the props you use, and or the places in which you do it? Do you feel uncomfortable? Yeah, there would probably be...
The fantasies you engage in, let's be honest. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
All right. That could be a little uncomfortable. Do you engage in the practice of voyeurism, exhibitionism, etc., in ways that bring discomfort and pain?
No, I don't do that. That's my first no, or one of my first no's.
Yeah, no. Do you find yourself needing greater and greater variety and energy in your sexual or romantic activities just to achieve an acceptable level of physical and emotional relief? Yeah. Greater variety and energy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your sexual and romantic behavior is about as rewarding as hijacking a revolving door? Are you jaded?
Fuck yeah, man.
Are you unable to concentrate in other areas of life because of your thoughts and feelings you have about another person or about sex? Abso-fucking-lutely. 34 we up to? Yeah. Do you find yourself obsessing about a specific person or sexual act even though these thoughts bring pain, craving, or discomfort? Absolutely. Have you ever wished you could stop or control your sexual and or romantic activities for a given period of time? Have you ever wished you could be less emotionally dependent?
Yep.
Okay. Do you find the pain in your life increasing no matter what you do? Are you afraid that deep down you are unacceptable? No,
You are unacceptable.
I know it. I'm not afraid I am. I'm positive of it. That's what I was toiling over. Jesus. Do you feel that you lack dignity and wholeness? That's a tough one. Dignity?
I can't think.
Yeah, okay. I'll take the wholeness part. I don't lack dignity, but I don't feel like,
I can't think of a more definite word than yes to scream for that question.
Wow, people are very depressed out there.
But I mean,
because they're answering yes to a lot of
this is a very,
shit.
very thorough questionnaire.
A lot of yeses.
Do you feel that your sexuality and or romantic life affects your spiritual life in a negative way? I'm not a very spiritual person, so that doesn't really matter to me. Okay. Do you feel that your life is unmanageable because of your sexual and or romantic behavior or your excessive dependency needs? Yes.
Yes.
And lastly, have you ever thought that there might be more you could do with your life if you were not so driven by sexual and romantic pursuits?
Fuck yeah, man.
I probably have 3 no's in that whole test.
And there's a lot of people with a lot of no's in that.
But what if you enjoy your sex life in number 40?
They're not talking about that.
That has nothing to do
Nothing
with
to do
enjoying
with
a
that,
healthy
man.
sex life.
But I'm just
Those
saying,
fucking
like,
questions have
you're
nothing to
driven
do.
by.
Ooh, boy,
You could
that
be
was-
doing more with your life, but do you really want to be doing more with? You know what I mean?
But it doesn't
Like, how
say,
do you-
do you enjoy your sex? It's like,
It's not like, could I clean the pool or get a blowjob? You're going to take the blowjob.
Right,
But it's
right.
like, you know,
I
if
get
your
you.
pool is black and there's dead children in it, and, you know,
You should have cleaned the pool a long
and you're
time
fucking
ago.
20 times in
I got
one
you.
day.
I got you.
yeah, it's like there's times where I want to write more. Like I'm working on a pilot, which I have written, but it's like I should be going over that, or I should be doing this, and it puts you in this weird mindset because your obsession is in one direction.
Yeah.
You know, and even though it's like. Even having a girlfriend doesn't matter because you're
that's-
thinking of stuff or just looking at porn.
Right.
Or just perusing porn. It's like for what? Am I even horny? What am I doing?
Have you ever just looked at porn and then looked at the clock and gone, oh my God, I have to get up in an hour, and I've been just gazing at pornography.
Do you understand that I literally, I at times will start watching porn at 6 p.m. and then my spot at the cellar say I have to be there at 9:30. And I have to call Esty on the way down and go, look, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Because I was I had
And
my
no
fucking...
one wants to touch the mic after you?
Nobody. Well, I wasn't blowing anybody. I was just jerking off.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay, thank God.
It's all gooey.
let me ask you
The
something.
on button is stuck.
But Jimmy, you don't do that when you're going on Leno, right?
No.
So what's the difference?
I don't, because the
Like
enormity of what I'm doing. In the
So
sense
you're
of,
able to control because you know, whoa, I can't fuck up.
I'll tell you one thing though. When I'm out in L.A., because boredom's it's a killer for me.
Right.
And like, say we get the things when I'm working on my piece, I do zone out like that and jerk off. When I'm doing an uninvited guest, Jonathan will come to pick me up to do the improv, and I'm fucking zoned out before that, just jacking or looking at porn. Or a lot of times we'll get the topics for the roundtable discussion the day before, and I write, but I'm being sexual while I write. I don't have a person there. It's just me.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at porn, but I also got my fucking Word document open. It's like, it's a way for me to create
Multitask.
Dude, I wrote both my books like that. It's a way for me. That's why I would write at the Comedy Cellar, because I couldn't jerk off while I was writing. That's how crazy it got. I would bring my laptop to the cellar and write, because
that's fucking hell on earth, dude.
It's fucking brutal.
That is fucking. I mean,
the right balance I can be very creative in, though.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid if I don't have that, what am I going to be?
Get an assistant to jerk you off while you type, so you can just do
I
it.
can't have an assistant. You're going to get a guy? Hey, this is Franz.
He jerks me off while I write. It's not gay.
But I don't do anything to risk Leno, like, because they pick me up during the day, and most times I'm not that sexual at noon or 2 in the afternoon. It's usually at night.
A lot of people are answering a lot of questions with guests out there in Radio Land.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a break? And we got to do all the bullet points with Tiger. There's like 8 of them. We only did 2. And then we got this Jamie Jungers. Jesus, this fucking...
To me, I think she's despicable. To come out with that information, I think she's despicable.
Know who's not? The Perkins waitress we make fun of.
Right.
She's not yapping. She got caught up in the whole thing, but she's
She
not
knows to
yapping.
stay hidden.
All right, we'll get into some more Tiger Woods stuff after the break. O&A. All right, here we go. So we're going through the Tiger Woods bullet points here. Already did the, indefinite break from golf. That's ridiculous. To be a better husband and father. Golf was the one thing he was doing right.
Temptations on the road are probably tough, though, man. That's a hard thing when you're going away and you're in that position where you can get whatever you want. It's got to be hard.
This relationship with him and his wife, unfixable. So why are they even, going through the motions? It's unfixable.
Because
now there's people coming out saying, oh, my God, we had orgies and we had 15 girls at one time that was hanging with him.
I'll tell you what.
It's unfixable.
But he's got kids, and it's also...
That's why she's a little confused and hasn't left yet, because of the kid angle.
And you want to stop the bleeding. Like, you don't want to do anything else stupid in this time.
Right.
And he probably knows, look, it's hard to say no.
Right.
So why go out and put that temptation there when you can fuck up?
As far as sports goes, though, we got another Jordan situation. Jordan walks away from the game during his prime, and now you're looking at a Tiger Woods walking away from the game for a while during his prime. We already did the sponsorship. Accenture, where he made, I think, between 10 and 15 million a year. Dropped Tiger. Gillette phasing him out. AT&T reevaluating their relationship. That doesn't sound good at all.
No, they should reevaluate their fucking cell phone coverage. Why don't they do that? Instead of worrying about Tiger and where he's putting his dick, how about you put a cell tower on it? It's in more places than your fucking coverage is. That's what they ought to do. Put a fucking chip on his cock. At least
Tiger's map looks like Verizon's. Just dots all over the place.
At least I'll get fucking reception in Perkins.
Yeah, Tiger's map of where he sprayed his jizz is pretty impressive.
Goo. AT&T are assholes.
What else we got? His wife might go for a separation after Christmas. Was seen without wedding ring this weekend.
Oh.
Jamie Junger says her and Tiger had sex the night his dad died.
That's why I think she's repulsive.
And they were in bed when he found out. We're going to go to that audio in a second. Yeah. British court blocks the publication of certain Tiger photos, but they refuse to say what they may be. Playgirl says a woman wanted $500,000 for 10 cell phone pictures of Tiger, and they have declined. They're pretty certain they're Tiger's, they're pictures of Tiger, I should
Tiger
say.
dick pictures,
Pretty
right?
certain, but they're not willing to. They're saying it's tacky or something like that in the paper today.
Bullshit. They're probably afraid of getting sued. They just don't know for sure. Oh, what Tiger would never allow a chick to photograph my hope unless it was just his cock.
Why? He's shown such responsible behavior up till now?
Dude, no addict. I'm a fucking perv, and I wouldn't allow that.
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tiger's caddy, and this is the biggest bullshit that's coming out overnight. Tiger's caddy, he's a soldier though.
Good for him.
Says he had no idea about Tiger's infidelity and never saw anything. That's complete bullshit in my opinion.
He's a good caddy.
But he also sees a lot of
Very
money
important.
going away if he tells the truth. Sorry.
See, like a lot of times a photo, you can't see, like, look at that, Ant. You can't see much. You can only see a hand with what looks like a lot of jizz in it, and you can't see.
Oh my God.
You can't see whose hand it is.
Oh my God. Why would you show me?
Are you showing us Jay Leno's jizz?
Not Leno's jizz. That'd be on my chin. No, it's a young man. It could be me. You notice something on the towel too. Proud of myself.
Tee-hee. And then the Department of Children and Families refused to confirm report that Child Welfare visited Tiger's home over the weekend.
Took pictures with him and got him to sign something.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to hear this Jamie Junger's audio?
Jamie Jungers.
Good old Jamie Junger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
She's
News of the world.
She's a hot one.
News of the world. This is she's just yapping, enjoying her fame. Just enjoying the hell out of it. It's not going to lead to anything, you fucking whore. A lot of these whores think it leads to something in the end. No, you just,
nothing.
You just continue to sell yourself, basically, for nothing.
I was partying with some friends one night, and a VIP host came over and asked if I'd like to join Tiger over at his table. And I kind of laughed because I said Tiger who, and he said Tiger Woods. Yeah, he did. He gave me his phone number, and we made arrangements to see each other again that following weekend for the U.S. Open. He agreed to fly me out to the Chicago Open, and from there on, we saw each other at least once a month, or more, several times a month. From there on out, and then it became to the point where we were comfortable with each other. He would fly me out to his home in California, and I would stay there.
Well, I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what he did was right, but I hate her.
Yeah.
I'm with you. God, I hate this chick.
When they're just talking like they're testifying like that. We went out. I gave the number, and then we met. And what? Why are you saying this?
And why is everybody, all the op-eds and all that shit? I understand what he did wasn't right. But how do people not understand that the curiosity or the obsession with this is a reflection on us as a whole? How can people not understand that? That our morbid gotcha curiosity is a reflection on our own fucking self-righteousness and dishonesty. We know that a lot of men would be very, very likely to do what he did given that opportunity. Right. And no one says it.
No. It's holier than thou. They're all
Holy shit.
Oh, the Tiger saga continues. Let's look in your fucking closet.
Yeah.
It's like who you fucking.
What a sanctimonious, disgusting fucking group we are.
Yeah.
Americans. We really are. I'm not saying the Brits are any better, but we are a sanctimonious country full of assholes.
Yeah, the Brits papers are fucking just as bad. Horrible.
They're worse in some cases.
Nobody is saying that. Why is not one of these fucking despicable journalists going, you know what? His wife probably should leave him. It's a shitty thing he did. But the curiosity we feel, why do we feel we need to know? Why is what she's saying interesting?
As you say that, he's on TV.
But you understand? I know I'm a perv. I know I'm a voyeur. I admit that. Why won't the country as a whole, why won't we just admit this is what it is?
Are there any hack comics yet doing that? Well, if he were married to a black woman, that wouldn't have happened. Right?
No, but I bet you black comics are saying that and black crowds are applauding.
Yeah.
Like, good point. Because you're right, black athletes don't cheat on black wives.
Tiger Woods with a lot of white women. You see that? Let me tell you something. He wouldn't have gotten away with that married to a sister.
Jesus. I covered it up.
Hooting and hollering.
Yep.
You've seen the crowds.
You got another one? Black comic doing a little Tiger Woods.
Does anyone
have one? Give us a call.
He'd have come home late one night and sister would have whooped his ass.
I'd like to see him come in the door and say, where you been? Well, I was out golfing. How was you? You remember my brother?
Well, if you golfing, how come you got stuff on the front of your pants?
Oh, damn. Every time someone would have been Tiger in the doghouse.
Let's say hi to Steve in Pennsylvania. Steve, how are you today?
Yes.
What's going on, boy?
Word.
Hey, is Tiger giving this all up for pussy or what? I mean, it's a letdown because we all like watching the golf, but man, all that over, one box?
No. He's just trying to stop the bleeding for a little while. He probably can't concentrate on golf. He's a private guy, dude. His whole personal life has been blown out. Any one of us, picture your private shit.
Hold on, man. You guys are missing the point. He's not quitting golf over his wife. It's a whole empire he has to rebuild. It's a whole fucking empire. Doesn't anyone understand that?
Yep.
It's not about the wife anymore. He makes enough money, the same amount of money a small country makes, and there's a lot of people that make a lot of money off Tiger Woods. He has to rebuild that whole fucking empire again. And he feels like, well, if I walk away from the game, that'll be one way I could do this. He's not walking away from the game to figure out what he's going to do with the wife. He's just not. That's part of it.
He can't fucking step up to that first tee right now.
Right.
And it won't be able to in a couple of months.
He lost. It's going to turn out he loses tens of millions of dollars from his sponsorships alone. He's got to rebuild that whole fucking image again so he can get all that money coming back in.
It's
not about just the wife.
Golf ratings have dropped 50%. Because I know you golf fans like it. No one wants to watch that fucking sport who isn't a hardcore golf fan. That was what made it exciting. Non-golf fans were watching for Tiger.
Ask me. This is my expertise. I'm telling you, when Tiger was out with the injury, ratings were down about 50%. The sport needs Tiger Woods.
Absolutely.
No one is going to be I shouldn't say no one, but the ratings are going to be a lot lower without Tiger Woods on that golf course.
Are the advertisers going to say, hey, look, he's not playing, and we understand ratings are down, so we're still going to pay the same amount for ads? Mm-hmm. No, they're going to start losing money.
Of course.
Tiger will be back.
And that's why then the sponsorships are going to go, fuck, we got to fucking get Tiger Woods sponsoring our shit again. Because they're going to realize they're losing too much money without him. Fuck yeah. It's not walking away from golf just for the wife angle. It's a whole fucking empire he fucked up. The whole thing's gone. But again, the whole empire is going away.
At least it's for a lot of chicks. That's the beauty. If it was for one chick, that's probably where you want to kill her than kill yourself. But it's so much. It's like, God, I just fucked everywhere. It's like, there's not one thing he could look at. It's like he put his dick everywhere. How do you not love this dude? I love him.
And he patches it up with the wife just to help his image to get the sponsorships coming back in. I'm telling you, I don't even think he's patching it up for the right reasons with his wife.
I thought she was
a much
saying,
bigger reason.
She's fucking going. I was wrong. I think she's leaving. Sorry, guys.
Leaving?
Yeah, because again, she is a beautiful woman. You raised a good point last week where you said, like, Hillary Clinton's an older woman, Hilda Spitzer.
Hilda.
And plus with that name.
All I'm saying is if you're a shallow broad and you're into someone because they're really famous or really rich, that's fine, but you'll find another one of those that'll treat you a little better than the current situation you're in, or
Dude,
she was in.
She's a fucking
if that's what she's all
model.
about. Right.
She doesn't need this shit.
She'll go to the next, if that's what she's about. We don't know. She'll get another really, famous rich athlete.
It's humiliating. This is about being embarrassed. That's humiliating shit.
Right.
One indiscretion. Even what Spitzer did with some hookers is easier to get over for a wife because it's such an impersonal thing. Look, he threw a few bucks out. He's a guy. He was a pig. But what Tiger was doing, flying them to his house, like not wearing a bag, like he did some personal shit that as a wife it gotta be rough.
Yeah.
Unless she knew the whole time.
Nah. She would be making vocal statements supporting him if she knew.
Unless she knew. And she but there was something that she didn't know. But I don't know.
I think she'd be supporting him vocally.
No, man. Because there were people talking. A lot of people have been talking about this Tiger.
Everyone but her and Tiger. You haven't heard a word, like a written statement, quick little thing at the beginning, but now you just don't hear from Tiger.
How many shitty mornings do you think he's woken up like for a second in the middle of the night and just thought like hopefully it was a dream?
We've been talking about
Jimmy,
it.
You missed a bit.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking Ann if he wants to wake up Tiger.
We've been talking
Oh, is that what that means?
Oh,
Okay.
Ann's been doing a killer bit with this whole thing. Because you do have those dreams, then like, oh my God, that was a dream. Thank God.
We'll do one. Oh, God. Oh, I wonder what I'll do today. Oh, what's the next tournament? I think it's in January? Oh, what a nice night's sleep. I don't know why I haven't had such a good night's sleep in a while. Fuck, I lost $30 million in endorsements! Holy shit, I fucked everything that moved! My wife's leaving me! Holy shit! I forgot for a second!
Fucking got me snorting. Fucking asshole.
There is that just moment where you're just at bliss.
Dude, he's in hell.
When you realize, oh, I'm fucked.
He's in fucking hell. He can't play golf and he can't bang broads. What is left for the guy?
Dude, Leno has a funny bit where the stage turns around and it's like a game show and this guy Jim Wise is standing there in a tuxedo. And he's like, "What's Tiger's count?" "It's up to 13." And then he just turns around and he's gone. It's so obnoxious.
Oh, that's
it's very
good.
funny. It's literally a 20-second bit to just point out another Tiger broad has come out.
Yeah, let's throw this in the mix. Andy in Cleveland. Andy.
Yeah, I don't know if this has anything to do with the scandal. The manager at the store said it didn't, but I was at a Toys R Us this past weekend, and then one of the end caps, I actually, in the Toys R Us, stopped dead in my tracks and said, "I don't fucking believe it." And for all these kids, it was funny. But all the Tiger Woods action figures on clearance.
Yeah, a lot of Tiger stuff is on
Did
clearance.
you say you were an end cap?
Yeah, there was an, like at the end of the aisle.
Oh, end cap.
End cap.
I thought you said you went in wearing an end cap. I thought it was a cap with the word on the front. Oh, okay.
The action figures are on clearance. That's funny. They probably have to build a new one now with a fucking workable penis.
I was just going to ask, where do you buy one?
I'm punching out, guys.
Where do you buy one?
Someone goes, how much of a racist is Ant?
All right, why don't we see what else Jamie Jungers had to say?
While I was with him in California, he was real relaxed. He was kind of like a little kid. He loved watching ESPN, loved cartoons. He ate cereal, popsicles, did things like pretty much like a little kid would do. I mean, he was a lot of fun to be around. He had a great personality.
How dumb is this broad? She just described every fucking guy out there.
He likes cartoons,
ESPN, popsicles.
What a
cereal?
dope Tiger is.
Yeah.
I know.
What an idiot.
What a dolt.
What an uninteresting asshole.
Yeah.
See him sitting there. Yeah. Where's the Flintstones thing?
He liked bouncing a rubber ball and making the yummy noise. What a tard.
Yeah, there's other baby things. That's just regular fucking adult male shit we do.
But that's the type of shit that will drive his wife crazy, because that's what her husband does when he's home.
Right.
Like the popsicles, that'll get her.
Obviously, you hate Jamie Jungers.
I just hate the fact that she talked about that he was with her when his father died. That's such an unnecessary, piggish piece of information.
She's garbage. She probably doesn't even know she's garbage yet. She'll learn that she really is just a piece of fucking garbage. And then...
Jamie, can I have a popsicle, please? Fred's bowling.
That's funny.
Ooh, you varmint! Look, he's got to go back to the ship for another match.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just take a few matches?
Hey, one of the Who is on the Today Show right now, matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, there's so many of them, they get to, bounce around.
Tiger's the only black guy I've ever seen with messy hair. Without how the fuck does a black guy have messy hair? Oh, he has gigantic choppers, too. Catch a picture of Tiger from the side. Fucking Kevin Dillon should be bashing his brains in and fucking...
Oh, shit.
Holy shit, does he have fucking big platoon teeth. That's how Tiger laughs.
That's how the Tiger laughs. Look at him.
God, his wife was
Let's
smoking.
do the whole golf course. Yeah, look at
His
her.
wife is ridiculous.
But you know what? I've noticed chicks that look like that, usually fucking horrible duds in the sack. Yeah. They've never had to spit in a guy's asshole to keep his interest. They haven't. They haven't. Their nails are too long to finger your fucking ghoulie. They're the worst. They lay there with their fucking pseudo puke breath and their rotten back teeth. Breathing their fucking rotten Jamba Juice breath because they fucking make themselves vomit and then have to drink juice and Coke to cover it up. It's like it's puke and cherry Coke, you fucking self-hating idiot. Will you move your hips? You fucking rot. I can feel your ass bone. Can you talk dirty? Ooh, stop blowing vomit breath in my face. Say something hot. Make a cuckold out of me, you fucking zilch. Those hot, smoking hot chicks are fucking usually terrible in the sack. Hey, fucking Lance Kerwin hair. Why don't you put 2 fingers in my shitter? Call me a faggot.
So that's where she went wrong, Jimmy.
I would guess.
That's where Tiger's wife went wrong.
I think I'm saying any chick that hot in general. It's like it's like we just spit in my face and then they there's no juicy drippy spit. It's this. It's like 3 fucking really bright white flecks of stinky spittle. It's dry mouth spittle. Hey, thanks a lot for your fucking toothy blowjob. Gotta have a little bit of the grape. Fucking asshole. Have a grape and make yourself puke.
Watch it move down your neck like a boa eating a pig.
Gotta have a little of that in the relationship.
I need that.
Everybody needs that.
But usually chicks that are that beautiful.
Why don't chicks understand that?
Now, she could be the best fuck on earth, but in general...
After that...
But you have to be honest,
really?
I don't know. I mean, she may be a dirty girl, but I'm saying usually chicks like that don't have to work to get a guy. So they don't know what it's like to have a guy disinterested and sitting there. They don't know how to make a guy want to fuck him.
Yeah, that's true.
Beat it.
You got a point.
They don't. When I'm sitting there with my fucking ape tits sitting on the top, I look like a gorilla now when I'm nude, and my fucking tits rest on my stomach. Get in there and suckle. A gorilla. I really do. I look like an ape. I sit there with my legs open and my fucking ankles touching.
The great white gorilla. You're just shaved down? A shaved down gorilla?
I'm a shaved down chimp. My ankles are touching. Yeah. I sit there with my fucking heels together and my fucking mediocre dick and my fat stomach and my tits resting on it. Get in there and suck. Suck my nurse on my bosoms.
Like that? Danny's got pictures up.
Exactly like that. Just a big dumb gorilla.
Oh, shit.
Tits on stomach.
And Psychotic says, isn't Jesse Ventura sneaking around and about to expose the Tiger Woods conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Let me tell you, brother.
Trying to take down his popularity. You think he actually had sex with that many? Come on.
That never could have happened. Oswald was a terrible shot. No, he was a sharpshooter. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Fuck. When's the next conspiracy show? We have a great new bit.
Wednesday night, 10 o'clock.
All right, good. So Thursday we'll do the.
Is it good?
The new one. We have a great new bit.
It's so bad.
Is it bad?
It's so bad. It's
so
great.
fake. It's so
Yeah.
It's just full of shit.
Well, let's do the last clip here. The Jamie Jungers. This is the clip where she talks about Tiger's dad.
He flew me in, and we were hanging out. He got a phone call from his mother. His father wasn't doing very well, and he left for a couple hours to go see him, and came home later on that night. We made love, went to bed, and then around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, there was a phone call that his father had passed away. So I was extremely devastated. I know he was too.
So I sucked his cock. Let me start. This piece of garbage. You didn't make love with Tiger Woods, you piece of garbage.
We made love.
You were a cum dumpster for him, you fucking whore.
And this is
made
what's,
love. You didn't fucking make love with Tiger Woods.
This is what's going to cost him
You're
his marriage. His wife remembers that night. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not like, remember
The
that
benchmark
Tuesday?
evening, right.
She remembers the fucking phone call. Like, because that's, your dad's dying. So Tiger probably called her from the hospital. Look, I'm just going to go home and sleep. I'm too sad. And then he had to call her. And she knows between the 2 calls, he fucked this girl.
And she's staying up all night worrying about him, you know, and how he's dealing with the father thing. You're right, Jimmy.
That's a fucking,
You're fucking
that's the
right.
type of shit. And details like popsicles while watching cartoons. That's the type of shit that it's just too, what's the word? Too
personal.
Too personal.
Really
Because she probably thinks, like, when it's all over, that Tiger's going to, like, ring her up and go, okay, now it's, it's just you and me now. Ain't happening.
Fucking, worst hot chicks.
Whore.
Let's say hi to Footer. Footer.
Good morning, boys.
Hi, Footer.
Hey, real quick, fucking Tiger used to hang out when he went out.
Hold on. Look at the name there for the Bank of New York. Mellon CEO is Robert P.
Bob
Kelly.
Kelly.
Wow, really?
You know what, dude? You gotta take your money, you invest it. Boom. You win some, you lose some. I happen to lose them all. Boom. Sorry, guys. Robert P. Kelly, the head of a bank. I saw that. I not want to put my money in that bank. You know what, dude? I'm invested in high heels with the pointy parts up on the front, so a heel hits the ground, dude. All these horrible things a bank invests in. Suntan lotion made out of tin foil, dude. You know what? Boom, to get a tan. No, it's... Sorry, Footer.
Yeah, go ahead, Footer.
That's cool. He hangs out with, when he goes out to, like, the Vegas Strip, he goes out with Jordan, he goes out with Barkley. I mean, there's no two, bigger womanizers in like, sports as far as athletes go than those two guys. I mean, they're always, especially Barkley, he's a fucking strip club whore,
Do you know when Tiger came to see Dice, when I met Tiger that night, and I think it was 2000 or 99, he was gambling with, I think it was Jordan, in Bally's or one of the casinos, and they were rumored that they were both going to come to the show. We knew before the Tiger was coming, and he actually showed up with an entourage, but, what's his name didn't come. Jordan didn't go. Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is that, I mean, if you look now in hindsight of all, like, the little signals, just like the whole young athlete not having the childhood, hanging out with Barkley, Jordan, those type of things. I mean, now it's like, oh, fuck, you know what? Yeah, I guess he is banging these chicks. It's kind of part of his, just what he's doing right now. And then number 2 point is these motherfuckers, the media and all, whether it be another golfer or other athletes that are coming out against him, they better be fucking careful, man, because shit's gonna come back to bite them in the ass. There's no way they're living these squeaky clean lives. And to see these cocksuckers come back and, like, chastise fucking Tiger and shit, you gotta be careful. They should just shut their mouths.
Wasn't Barkley saying some shit?
I hope not.
Give me the fucking paper. I think Barkley was saying some shit. I'm like, Barkley?
Unless it was his choice of women.
Let me see if I can...
See, this is the problem is, I don't think that Tiger's... Like, if he was caught cheating at golf, I could understand sponsors walking away, or if he's a child molester, or doing something that we can't comprehend. But what people should do, this is why...
It's that dumb image thing, though,
but
unfortunately.
People should fucking not support the sponsors that walk away from him.
Image,
I know. How do we get that done? You're right.
Though?
We can't.
A guy that likes fucking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. It's so stupid.
He did what half those dumb CEOs are doing.
Of course.
In those dumb companies that are
Absolutely.
dropping them. Absolutely, he's right. Let me say to Mike, he thinks this was a plan, which is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yes, it was.
Mike, explain yourself, please.
Yo, what's going on, boys? Love you. Love the show. All right, I figured this all out over the weekend. This is a big plot that he's had all along. He never had sex. He wanted kids. He didn't want to be an old dad. He married an au pair. He had her beautiful genes to make some beautiful babies. He bought another house right next to his other house. This way, when this eventually happened, he could just move them over there. He could still have all the sex he wants, and he gets to see all the kids. I mean, traveling around with, the PGA or whatever. I'm sure those guys never get to see their kids anyway. So at least this way, he's got somebody taking care of him full time that loves the kids, who's invested in them, and he can do whatever he wants. What do you think?
You think he planned this whole thing out to destroy his image and lose millions in sponsorship?
Not destroy. Please, he's going to get his sponsors back. He's still the best player. He's still going to be out there playing. He took the option to choose his wife over golf just because it's the off season. He's not going to be playing really for a couple of months anyway. He can straighten all this shit out. Move her, like I said, move her out and go back to playing golf and fucking bitches. What's money? I mean, he's gonna play, he's gonna make money. So it's not a matter of how much money you're losing. He's still got years and years of making billions, to come.
How is he going to make the billions?
Playing golf. He's gonna go back to playing golf.
He makes way more money from endorsements.
Yeah, he'll get them.
Is where his money is.
So he has to.
America's got short attention span.
Oh yeah,
nobody even remembers that we outed, CIA operatives and stuff. I mean, those are big things. This is Tiger getting laid, big deal.
Yeah, the sponsorships will definitely come back. I agree with you there.
The ones, especially for sporting activity stuff, like that's Nike and fucking the golf.
And that's why I had to walk away to go, look what I'm doing. To repair this damage. I'm walking away from what I love to do. It's the only way he can do it. And then he rebuilds from nothing like he has to do anyway.
We like a comeback.
But at least it shows that he did something about what we're all talking about.
That's right.
Sure, he's the hero.
Thank
he
you,
did
Mike.
the right thing. He chose his wife.
Yeah, because if he continues playing golf, people are like, what the fuck? But now at least as Americans we go, okay, he did something about it. You know what I mean? And that's all it takes to get back on top again.
Just think, though, the first time out.
It's not...
Do you think all this, that negative publicity is affecting his game? Like, if he plays really poorly or really well, they'll be like, it's amazing he can still play with all the distractions from that scandalous thing. It's all they're going to talk about.
The spectators are going to be just complete assholes. I'm telling you, I've been to enough events. They're not going to let this go anytime soon,
If he plays really well, they'll go, wow, imagine if he wasn't doing that stuff, how good he would have been. Or if he plays poorly, the distractions. He won't be able to, nothing will make sense.
He's got to be thinking about some pussy right about now. Hey, why don't you just put some hair around that hole? But folks, Timex what?
Yeah, this guy will be golfing so much, he'll have more than 18 holes to deal with.
Oh, unfunny comic guy.
Let's go to Jason in Texas. Jason.
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Listen, let me ask you a question. Does this fucking whore realize how she's fucking completely ruined her own life for the rest of time? There is no way anybody else is ever going to want to lay with this bitch because they're all going to be fucking petrified that she's going to spill the beans on them.
They'll be more likely to fuck her because she fucked Tiger, dude. I know what you're saying. Yeah. People don't think that way. People just, if people thought that logically, Tiger would have been fucking 8 condom guy.
I'm just telling you, she's fucking completely ruined herself for the rest of life. Jimmy, you got to check out the Jonathan Ross interview. You know Jonathan Ross, that BBC comic?
I know the name.
You got to check out the BBC America and check out Jonathan Ross. He did a whole 15 minutes on Tiger Woods the other night. I think you'll think it's hilarious.
I don't want to hear it. I'm only not to be a dick, but because I'm doing material on Tiger, so I don't want to see what anybody else is doing. I have not watched one comic do Tiger stuff. I don't want to know. But thank you, though. I'm sure it's funny.
Even the black comic? You're way more original than that guy, but I got you.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, I just want to be influenced.
Bye. Getting away with that with a sister.
Hey, the Charles Barkley thing is kind of interesting because it comes from Phil Mushnick, and you know how
Mushnick.
What is he saying? How bad Tiger is?
He's
the worst. Mushnick stinks.
What a horrid name.
He's fucking a bore.
Mushnick.
What a goody two shoes. I like golfers who don't have sex. Asshole, shut up. Did he say that? I don't even know.
I like golf as a donut.
I like to fuck his beard. I like to fold Phil Mushnick's neck fat over and fuck his beard. And use his ear as his asshole. I want to fuck his beard like a vag and use his ear as his asshole. And I'm going to say, I'm going to give you a lobe full of Mushnick. Take some Mushnick in your fucking ears. Jesus. Fold that neck fat over. Like a basset hound. Fuck his face. Stupid beard.
Holy shit.
How much would you love to do that? His upper lip is scraping over your helmet. He's miserable.
Of course
he hates it.
Mushnick.
Yeah. So take some Mushnick on your chin. That's actually the stink that builds up between my ball and my left thigh. I have Mushnick. It comes from when skin tags fall off by your balls. When skin tags fall off, you get Mushnick. It's a fungus that grows where ball skin tags used to be.
Okay, sir, it's just Mushnick.
That's right.
We can cure that with a little penicillin and this salve.
It's kind of like psoriasis, but on your scrotum. That's what we call Mushnick.
Mushnick.
Yes.
Does it smell really bad when you have it?
It gives off a cheesy, foul odor. It's like eczema, but it's got a cheesy, foul odor. It's like eczema if it was an open wound. I have festering Mushnick. Well, you should have pulled those skin tags off immediately, sir.
They chafe.
The way it happens is when you get a cluster of skin tags between your ball and left thigh, if you pull them off with pliers, the metallic residue mixes with your ball sweat and the open wound, and the stink is a Mushnick. So I would leave Mushnick on his chin as I folded his face skin over and fucked it and came into his ear.
Holy shit.
Take that, Phil.
This is a horrible affliction.
I know. Nobody wants ball Mushnick.
No.
Well, Phil's got 4 or 5 articles on this Tiger Woods.
Of course he does.
I don't even know which one to read. Let me read this one. It's the shortest one. It's
capitalizing like everybody else.
It's about Barkley. Although we try to be sensitive to all social afflictions, sex addiction, as identified in Tiger Woods and other celebs, must be a rich man's disease. It seems that if you're a wealthy, immature, and spoiled brat accustomed to getting what you want, when you want it, such symptoms fit the profile of a sex addict. But if you're not rich and you try to pick up any and every woman in the room, you're more commonly known as a pig.
That's not a bad point. But again, he's coming from the point of view where he thinks it's all wrong, I think.
Yeah, whatever the Woods saga brought, last week there was nothing more perverse than listening as Charles Barkley on TNT condemned the media for daring to expose his Nike buddy Tiger as a creep.
Oh, okay.
Most of us have a lot in common with Barkley because we both think of the world as unfair. But most of us think the world is unfair because people such as Barkley are able to sustain their positions and privileges no matter what.
No, that's not why we think it's unfair. Charles Barkley is telling you what you are. Is a fucking, as the media as a whole, you holier-than-thou asshole. You're taking his wife's humiliation. It's a non-story. The story is he had an accident. There was a domestic squabble because that's when legalities get into it. And was there police were called? He didn't cheat at golf. So it's a non-story, you cunt. Barkley is right.
Well,
fucking vultures.
Mushnick tried to explain that point with this. If, for example, we had no sense of consequences and engaged in 24-hour instant pleasure-seeking and gratification, if we had drinking issues, a profound gambling problem, and a recent DUI arrest while preparing to have sex with an apparent hooker at 1:30 a.m., could we remain a fully entitled, nationally televised social critic?
What the fuck?
Well, critic.
That's all the stuff that happened to Barkley, and he was able to keep his job, is basically what Mushnick is trying to say here. But that's a rarity. Most guys that get in trouble are don't have their cushy jobs in media.
You mean like Marv Albert, who's also in the media? Maybe he's not a social critic? Or how about this, you phony fuck,
Well, Marv
Phil?
Albert lost his gig for a while.
I know he shouldn't have, and he's back now.
Of course. Imus lost his gig for a while. It happens all the time where these guys end up losing their gigs.
But how about how the New York Times...
Barkley did skate, but that was a rarity.
The New York Times, well, he should have skated. It had nothing to do with his fucking his ability to broadcast.
I agree with you, but there's... All right, whatever. It's the whole Imus thing all over again. but go ahead.
Fucking the New York Times doesn't mind giving away troop positions or shit like that. But boy, when those motherfuckers had to protect one of their own, when one of their own was in danger, a reporter, they sat on that fucking story and nobody talked about it because they were worried about the reporter's safety, which I think is fine. But they're very fucking protective of their own.
Yeah.
Fuck Mushnick, man. Charles Barkley is an athlete. He's not a social critic. He's a fucking athlete who happens to know a lot about sports.
And
he's a funny, interesting guy who
gives a
says
shit what he's doing when he's not on TV?
he says
Mushnick?
funny, interesting things.
Who gives
That's
a
why I like
fuck?
him. That's why I like Barkley.
He just finishes. What percentage of those lectured by Barkley about right from wrong are better people than he? What percentage would still be employed had they duplicated Barkley's behavior? How many could get 5 days off from work to spend in jail?
A lot of people could. A lot of people could. Because what he's paid for is being an athlete who has opinions. Do you understand? I don't hold these guys up. Maybe Mushnick is such a fucking dumb cuck that he needs other men to form his opinion for him, but I don't. So I don't care. I can make a judgment on a guy. I agree with him or disagree with him. I don't give a fuck what he does in his personal life. Because I don't look at somebody whose personal life is fucked up and go, well, I can't listen to him about basketball. It's not my fucking business, Phil.
Cares.
Little bitch.
This holy attitude about TV's got to go away. It's
it
just fucking
sickens
TV.
me.
This is shit. They throw garbage at us through the TV every day. It's just shit.
Yeah.
So why do we have these high standards for the people that throw the shit at us?
And has Phil, he writes for the Post, right?
Yeah, of course.
Has
Again.
Mushnick commented on how there are other stories and soldiers being killed. Why is this paper that I work for, front page fucking news with Tiger Woods' broads every day? Why is this story being perpetuated and sensationalized by this new? Of course he wouldn't. The same as that ugly phony bitch Linda Stacy. They will not call out the exact people they work for capitalizing on awful things.
Yeah.
And again, I got no problem with the Post doing that. It's a business. They're selling papers. That's fine. But if you're going to make editorials and be fucking accurate.
Don't try to then have some kind of morality.
Oh, phony. Don't take your paycheck, scumbag.
Yeah.
Say you don't want your paycheck until the Post begins to fucking act like the New York Times or another newspaper.
Yeah.
And doesn't sensationalize this type of piggish behavior.
Exactly. Make a good perm.
Good for Barkley. Fuck the media.
Odorous is here from Guar.
I'm doing Red Eye with him tonight. I've actually never met him.
Yeah, so
Odorous is here again. Oh, Jesus.
we're going to say hi to Odorous from Guar in a few minutes. He's doing Red Eye with Jim Norton tonight.
Yes, he is.
Before we wrap up the Tiger Woods stuff for this break anyway.
Sorry I'm so preachy.
By the way, Odorous does go on Red Eye with the entire regalia, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
You don't see
they ask him serious questions, and he answers
as he's dressed like
his
that.
big monster character.
Yeah, with the big, huge fucking penis
It's insanely funny and ridiculous to see.
The penis thing is below the desk, so
yes, of
so
course.
we're all safe. Here's a Tiger Woods parody that will just, it's horrendous.
Where's it from?
Oh no! What do you mean? You can't.
It's horrendous.
Oh no! Oh, where did this come from?
Driving up into a tree, tried to hide my romances. My wife found out, beat the crap out of me. Took more strokes than the hardest par 5. So many times it happened so fast.
I don't like when they use the real line.
Get a call from your mistress. Don't give your number to some cheap piece of ass unless you want to f up your life. It's the way of Tiger and she's ready to smash all your car windows with a 9-iron. And the next time she finds her husband cheating again, she won't stop till she chops off the ball of the tiger.
I'll give him his voice.
Yeah, I'd like to
have
hate
some
it.
range.
Me a huge favor. Take your name off your voicemail.
So stupid.
My wife found out, and boy is she pissed. Holy crap, I think she's coming after me right now. It's the wife of a tiger and she's ready to fight, adding billions of dollars to her freedom. And the next
right.
Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's topical. The lyrics are okay. It sounds too much like Eye of the Tiger, though.
You know, it is, ironically enough, and this is very ironic, I'm not a big fan of the parody. I'm really not.
At least he wasn't shoehorning, though. Ed.
Right.
No shoehorning.
Yeah, a little shoehorning, but not that
much,
bad.
though. Not much.
And you could understand what he was saying, and he had good range in his voice.
A lot of people saying "boo"
to be able to sing that song alone is very high.
Look,
I'm
guys,
not saying I liked it.
Tiger and Rachel are both reportedly in Palm Beach, Florida. That's the headline today.
From TMZ. Who's this spiky-haired fucking fruit on Fox with this fucking dumb leather jacket? And it looks like me and Down and Dirty. I can't even criticize the outfit.
He's one of Harvey's guys. He's one of Harvey Levin's
fuck that
guys.
fucking
Harvey.
vulture.
He's one of the TMZ guys.
Harvey.
See, that now they're making a big deal that Tiger and Rachel are both reportedly in Palm Beach,
Look at that
Florida.
spiky hair on him. How fucking enraging is that? Patrice had the best description, planned messiness.
Yes,
and that
planned
was
messiness.
a brilliant description of what this asshole's hair looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a
I
TMZ
fucking
guy.
hate hair like this.
TMZ guy. Why is that a story that one of the mistresses and Tiger are in the same fucking part of Florida?
The odds are 1 in 48 if they're on the continental United States. Fucking cunt TMZ. Fucking Harvey and his showing that it's all in good fun, sipping his big beverage. What a prick.
What the fuck, man? This thing has legs. This thing has legs.
When you see pictures of him, like they showed him on the news, it's like, oh my God, that's the guy.
He was the guy.
I never thought.
He was the perfect.
Sipping his big beverage there. Harvey.
Yeah, look at him. He's always on the phone, smiling with his good calves. Harvey Levin has good calves, I'll say that. Fucking despise him. He's everything. Right now, his name should just be Los Angeles, because he reminds me of everything I fucking hate in L.A. His shitty smile and his just self-congratulatory laugh, and just a bunch of boys having fun, but covering up what a scumbag he really is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm babbling. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
I mean, really a babble fest today.
That's all right. Let's take a break and get Odorous in here, all right?
I gotta take a leak.
Yeah, we'll do that. Stay there. Opie and Anthony, Jim Norton, who's going to be on Red Eye with Odorous from Gwar.
Yep.
Speaking of which, here comes Odorous, Urungus, entering the studio.
You can barely enter. Hey, how you doing?
And everyone at SiriusXM very mad that Odorous is here because he fucked up the green room with his costume that
It's not a
smells.
costume. This is light formal wear for a scumdog of the universe. Now, this would be for me, right?
Yes.
My
Yeah.
rectum is wrecked. I've been out for 3.5 months, and there has been no shortage of things up my butthole. So,
really,
let me just kind of get this thing on here. Oh, hey. Well, thanks,
there you
guys.
go. And
First
you
of all,
got
let me
your,
say I can't believe you had me back.
I
Thank
know.
you. Nobody does that. Nobody ever invites me back.
We're amazed, too, to tell you the truth. And I forgot, what is that called?
This is the cuttlefish of Cthulhu, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, this is what we were. Last time I was on the show, you'll remember one of your interns desperately working this shaft, desperately cranking my ham crank here, trying to summon a load up out of it, and I've been jacking off all morning trying to get it ready to go, and I think I'm about ready to go with Old Faithful right here.
Is it ready to?
Yeah, in fact, we have one of your interns is going to serve as a human cum dumpster. He's going to do his impersonation of one of Tiger Woods' fucking girlfriends, I think, or something like that.
I think it's Graham, who's a big Gwar fan, right?
Yeah.
Come on in, Graham.
What's wrong with that dude? Graham, get in here.
Yeah, I remember we tried this last time. It didn't work too well.
Here you go. Now get that towel. We don't want to ruin the studio. There you go. Now kneel.
Why is he putting a towel on his head, Anthony? Or on his
This guy
head?
was actually at the show last night.
Against his face.
Okay, now touch it.
But there's a hole in the towel.
Oh, yeah. Squeeze it.
He's squeezing this big...
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
He just... Apparently there's whipped cream in the penis.
Oh,
It's stained all over Graham's face.
Let me see, Graham.
Graham, let's see.
Graham.
Wow, how does that feel?
Liver?
That's a steamy load.
And you like this, Graham?
Tiger.
Graham,
you're into this or
we
what?
left already.
Why is Graham into getting
Tiger,
fucking...
your father's dying. Oh, yeah, let me pop this load. Hold on a sec. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, fuck that.
Now you got whipped cream all over you.
All right, I ruined your studio, but, that's okay. We got through the cum shot part.
That's okay. Now, what's all that other riffraff hanging down?
I don't know, dude. I've been on tour now for 3.5 months. We just wrapped up everything last night at Irving Plaza here in New York.
Oh, you're done?
I'm all done for now. It's been a brutal tour. Last night, it was definitely, going to the show was like going down to a plane of hell. The first song, the barricade broke. So all these people were in this bloody fucking mess. The fucking security guards were trying to put their feet against the barricade to get it back up. Then people kept flying over them and hitting them in the legs. It was a fucking disaster. Hilarious. Actually, funnier to look at the audience than look at the band, which is hard to believe.
It sounds like it. You're on Red Eye tonight.
Yeah, that's another really weird thing that happened. I was here in town scoring crack or something, and he called me up and he's like, "When's the next time you're in New York? We'd love you to do the show." I'm like, "I'm in New York right now." And so I just went over there and, met Bill O'Reilly. And the next thing I knew, they're calling me their freaking intergalactic correspondent. They didn't even ask me.
Yeah, they put that on the screen when you
that's pretty impressive.
Galactic correspondent.
Yeah. You have to think that maybe the Mayans were right when Odorous is appearing on Fox News. Can the end of the world be far away? Let's hope so.
I submit, yes, no, sure.
But Jim, I understand you're on the show today?
We are on today, yes.
Oh, we're going to tear it up. Last time I was on, Adam Carolla was there. He was kind of a douche to me.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he liked Slipknot better. I mean, those guys are a bunch of costume clowns. I mean, I'm really from outer space here. Come on. It's not like David Bowie or something over here. But anyway, I think I've gotten him around more to my side by the end of this show. So, I don't get it at all. They have me on.
What are you guys talking about tonight?
What
don't know
subject
yet.
matter?
You don't know what you're talking about tonight,
until 3 or
Otis?
4, I think we get the.
I
paper.
suppose
you're going to do a little Tiger Woods stuff, I'm sure.
Tiger will be in there.
What do you got on Tiger
fan. I have a
Woods?
lot of shit about that.
Are you a golf fan?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't know that Odorous, I'm not really very good at golf. I just pick up the ball and throw it. What I like about golf is that they encourage drinking.
Yes.
And scantily clad bikini chicks driving drink carts. And, basically, I think it's the only professional sport where, basically you're encouraged to drink on every hole.
Yeah, that or bowling is another drinking sport.
Oh, definitely big drinking sport.
That's
now, Tiger, he doesn't suck down heaters like John Daly does.
No.
But everybody knows Tiger is a partier. Anyone who watches golf, they have to bleep him constantly.
Really?
He's got a salty, foul mouth. He has been a player since day one, and everybody knows it. So it's like really the only thing that's surprising about this to me is that he's so stupid. He would leave those pathetic text messages. "Oh, do you think maybe you could take my name off of your caller ID?" It's like, this dumb bitch has got Tiger Woods' name on her caller ID. Do you think she's gonna take it off for anything? You know how many free drinks that's gonna get her? You know how many diseased fucking bang sticks are gonna be jammed in her fucking flapping cooter? Thousands. She'll never give up on Tiger, and Tiger won't give up on her because he loves her like he loves all the other sluts that he bangs constantly.
She wanted Tiger wanted her to take her name off the machine, so that way if the wife called, she wouldn't hear her outgoing message going, "Hi, this is whatever."
But see, now you're getting me all muddled up with facts and reality, and it's much better if I just make it up. Yeah, it's just like now I'm beginning to think though it's all part of some Uber Tiger conspiracy. Like he knows full well what he's doing, and he's getting ready to make some kind of incredible power move. Maybe this is how he gets into acting.
You're right. I did just correct a man wearing a giant whipped cream penis with fucking monster feet and a monster face. And I corrected him on the facts.
We could have done this without the costume, I'm thinking, because it's radio. They don't know you're wearing a costume.
But,
you dressed up for us. I appreciate
this.
that.
I just love it. I love to do a show, play until 2 a.m, stumble back to the hotel, don't even get a shower because I'm so filthy and disgusting, then wake up at 7 a.m, put all this shit on and come over here.
And I wanted to mention that because your costume stinks. And
I know, and that's usually why people don't.
I don't
ask
really
me
care about smells for the most part, but this costume fucking reeks.
Well, you
and you know they're really pissed off at the reception area. We should get Kenny in here or somebody that heard. They want all your stuff out of the green room. Tell him he has to change back into his regular clothes in the bathroom. They don't want anything to do with Odorous and Guar in this at this facility.
Well, that's
Where's
too bad
Kenny?
because we've been up here. We've changed in that room many times. We've done many shows here, and I'm sorry I ruined their green room.
What happened, Kenny? Kenny heard.
Kenny,
I heard the last part of it, and I asked Kenny, what the hell's going on?
What do you mean? You're going to have to fumigate this studio when he's done.
Oh, it smells.
Is it that bad?
It's horrendous.
Well, you know what? My name is Odorous.
It is. It is. See, you just
living
fit
up
the
to your
bill.
name, right?
Well, let's make the most of this one, guys, because I doubt I'll be back on the show.
I think it has to do with the whipped cream, perhaps.
Well, that was a request. Someone told me that you guys were
It's
demanding
fine,
a close shot.
dude, the whole thing's
Sour,
fine.
and then,
what was the problem they had with the green room, though?
None whatsoever. I came in there. I did my deal. I rolled how I
Kenny,
roll.
no,
Odorous. He's a smelly
no,
son
Odorous.
of a bitch from outer space.
Yes.
We're going to tell you what they said about you after you left.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. What happened?
No, they called maintenance workers and facilities and the cleanup crew, and they're down there cleaning up because he spread out all his gear because I guess it was out of order from his show last night.
Yeah.
And he just stunk up the whole place, and that's where they put like real celebrities that like
Odorous isn't a real celebrity?
I've come here to be insulted then, have I? That's great.
No.
I stick
You know
up
the
the room and
following
I'm
is
not a
Odorous
celebrity.
has?
That's wonderful. Oh, and this is a costume as well.
Well, that was me. I'm sorry.
That's okay, guys. You know, what can I say? I've made a career out of destroying and stinking up places.
How do you dry clean? Do you dry clean that or launder it?
Yeah, just send me the bill. Send Sleazy P. Martini the bill, you know.
Yeah.
God, it doesn't stink any worse than half the shows on this network.
I'm trying to think what else you guys would talk about on Red Eye. I mean, the Tiger's the big thing. What else is going on?
Yeah,
out there?
I don't know what they usually send me a point sheet they send me about like 20 things they want to talk about, and then they have me like get back to them like 5 or 6 times throughout the day as they go through everything I potentially could screw up.
Yes.
And then when I get on the show, they only ask me like 2 or 3 things out of the whole list. So basically I have to spend the whole day doing homework for questions that I don't even get asked. But this does kind of control it a little bit. I don't get such potty mouth. And the thing I have trouble with is the delay. That screws with me big time.
You downstairs, you mean? For downstairs?
Well, when I do it, I do a lot of facilities. Like when I'm on tour, I'll be in Vegas, or I'll do it from the Vegas facility or whatever. And then the 5-second delay. Like when people are sitting there on the going, you know, and you know the guy's heard the question, but he hasn't said anything yet. I deliver a joke. And nobody laughs. And I'm I'm not funny anymore. But then 5 seconds later, I'm like, I didn't do anything, and they're laughing. It's just very confusing.
Maybe they are laughing at you.
They all are laughing.
Maybe the joke wasn't funny, and then they are just laughing
Yeah,
at
it's
you.
more like the nervous. Just, okay, is he going to leave? No, but like once again, they keep asking me back. And
do they throw you downstairs in the newsroom down there?
I met Bill O'Reilly, and I saw him running away from me, actually screaming, as he locked himself into his dressing room. But the reason I stink so bad right now, why are you looking at men on your Facebook page? He's way gay looking.
Good point, Danny. Why?
Danny, comment?
Why?
Well, the thing is, I was in here before, and I was... I'm sorry, I just asked him a question and cut him off. Hey,
do you want the answer to the question?
I was acceptably stinky before.
I just watch.
Did I smell this bad before, guys?
No, it reeks.
Not last time.
Yeah, it's the whole tour. I mean, we just rocked the house, and I played 80 shows in the last 3.5 months.
So that's a tour's worth of sweat in that.
Yeah, sweat,
you wash it?
blood,
It's hard
and
to
cum.
wash, right?
Excuse me?
It's hard to wash. How do you wash it?
Yeah, I just walked through a car wash, one of those automated ones.
Good. Not responsible for shoulder swords.
Yeah, well, it made it through the whole thing, and, that's a good thing. It's we can only build so many armored suits, so it held up pretty damn well. It was a great tour, and now we're getting ready to go savage the Europeans for a few months. So,
you're going over there.
Yeah, well, we're going to be working on some stuff in the studio for a while, and actually I've got some pretty exciting projects. Basically what I'm trying to do is, since no one will really let me on television except for Red Eye, I'm going to start my own television station. That's right, Guar is starting its own web-based television station, very similar to what Tom Green has been doing for the last few years.
Indeed.
I want to have basically my own network, my own talk show. Basically, it will be like a muscular dystrophy telethon, except it'll be to pay off my giant crack debt. And then, help Odorous pay off Sleazy P. Martini. I'll have singing, dancing, ritual, animal butt sex, camel dicks. We won't talk about Tiger unless we want to, of course. And so I'm going to be doing that for a while. But yeah, after that, we're going to go to Europe. They actually invited us. And we're going to be there for a couple months. So doing those big festivals over there, those people take their metal very, very, very seriously.
Oh, yes. Yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're familiar with the phenomena of the European patch jacket, the denim vest with every single fucking dusty-ass metal band that ever was, except Saxon, what's another good one? I don't know. Motorhead. Well, no, that's even way better. But, it's just like every obscure, weird metal band, like, for instance, Manowar. Yeah. You're familiar with Manowar, right? Yeah. Over here, maybe 200-300 people. Over in Europe, 10,000, 12,000 people. They go to the stage riding Harleys. They go up on these ramps. They ride Harleys onto the stage. So it's a completely different world up there. And also, the same thing is happening in Canada. People in Canada support the music scene so much more. We go up to Canada. We play in Edmonton, not a big city by any standards. And, there'll be 1,500, 1,600 people there. For some reason, these Euro fucks support music, and hey, that guy's good. He's got his patch jacket up already. That's fucking awesome.
You see that? You like Anvil?
Oh, well, I saw that movie, and, I appreciate what they're doing, because in a lot of ways they reminded me of us, but, just in their dogged determination, but damn, it's just like they're not really all that good or all that funny. And it was more pathetic, I thought, than anything else, especially when that producer dude is like, I've got this chance to go to England and work with this producer. No, that producer is jacking you for 15,000 pounds. That's not dollars. That's pounds. So you can go over there and record an album in his basement. I thought that was the saddest part of the whole thing, but I'm very, very happy for them and the success they have. I hope they fucking make $1 million or whatever it is they're in it for, because it's great to anybody who works that hard for something. It's good to see them finally realize their success.
You are right. It's like, I hate to say it, but like they're doing very well now, but they're not that good.
No. They're not.
They're not that good.
They're not. They're kind of terrible.
You had to feel sorry for them. Make it.
Do you understand? Fucking Motorhead's last album, Motorizer, is better than stuff they put out 20 years ago.
Yeah, Motorhead is one of those few metal bands that actually continues to be just as powerful and awesome as they ever were. And it's kind of scary, because as we get further into the history of metal, more and more of the heavyweight bands are going like the route of Metallica. Now, Metallica will always bring it live. They will always tear your fucking head off live. But come on, they haven't done a good album in so freaking long. And I know this is an obvious target. Everyone bangs on them, but it's the biggest one. It's like every time they make an album, it's like, this is the heavy one. We're getting back to the heavy. It's like, that's what you said about the last one. And it's just like no acts are coming forward to replace these bands.
Did you not like that last? I actually liked their last album a lot. You didn't like the last one?
No, I didn't. I didn't like it at all. I found it, for instance, the video. I judge things on stupid reasons a lot, but, it's just like when I watch the video, it's like 7 minutes long. There's all this zombies, this amazing computer animation, and not 1 second of the band is involved. And I'm like, you know what? The band did not have one thing to do with this production of this video. This were other artists coming in there. We fucking take every penny that we've got and just somehow make the stuff. And if Gwar had 1 ounce of the resource that, like, these bands bring and these companies dump into these things for these lame, half-fucking-baked concepts, it's like we would make a movie, we would make the world fucking rock, but, that was so lame. We would make the world rock. God, you can kick me off right now.
I want to ask Danny about Metallica. Is Odorous right about Metallica? Because Danny's a big Metallica fan.
Well, I just haven't dug their shit,
Well, let me see what Danny has to say.
Well, I did feel that their last release, it felt very forced.
Yeah.
And I think that with all the backlash they got from releasing Saint Anger, I think they went into this album thinking that they overdoing it, saying, we have to get back to our metal roots, but I don't even think that they remember what those are anymore. So they were just trying to sew together really hard riffs one after another, and none of those songs feel like they have any. It's like I don't listen to any of those songs and go, oh man, that's an awesome song. It's hard as fuck, I don't think they're awesome songs.
I liked a lot Cyanide a lot, and I liked This Was Just Your Life. I like that one too a lot, man.
They're not bad, but it doesn't. To me, it just doesn't feel like you put on like Ride the Lightning and you start listening to like From the Bell Tolls. Like you're like fucking A, you know, and that's the kind of shit you get into. I don't feel like that with the new stuff. I'm not saying it's not
Were
bad.
they at least in the
I just don't
studio
feel like
at the
that.
same time for this album, or did they do their parts separately?
You know what? I don't even know.
Well, I think they actually worked together. The old producer I worked with told me about this, the band Yes. They were actually hating each other so much they could not be on the same continent with each other while they were working on this record, because the guy was like, I'm not going to be in the same continent, because he could show up at the studio and try to change my track. So it's just like, you know, it's just like, there's just nobody stepping up to replace the Metallicas and the Slayers and the Motorheads.
What about Lamb of God?
Well, we just did half this tour with Lamb of God. And they're a great band, and they're also old buddies of ours from Richmond, Virginia. But, you know, do I think they're the next Led Zeppelin? Do I think they're the next Pantera? No. You know, I don't see, you know, as, you know, they're Lamb of God, and they're an awesome band. But where is the successor to bands like Metallica that have just dominated metal for so long? And then you throw up bands like, I mean, I'll say Lamb of God, of all the new bands out there, that's probably the best one. But then you get these bands like Trivium. Okay, I don't know if you guys are Trivium fans or not, but there's just, I mean, those guys, their parents bought them a freaking tour bus, and, you know, they just suck out loud, and it's just like, you know, I'm always looking for something more in music, and then the new Slayer album comes out, and it's just like, kind of like, okay, it sounds basically exactly like every other record you fucking made, and it's like, metal's got to grow, it's got to do new things, and it's harder and harder to do that all the time, because how many times can you polish a turd? You know, it's just like, it's always going to be a guitar like, da, 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 da. So, it's very, very difficult to come up with new and original stuff.
That's why, again, I know I'm very biased for Motorhead, but it's amazing to me that this fucking new album was, as Runaround Man, the opening tune, is fucking so heavy, and it's just three guys. It's fucking three guys, and they always put out something good, man. It's possible to do, but it's just not easy.
Yeah, well, Lemmy has just been unrepentant about his lifestyle from day one. There's no hypocrisy about him. He, you know, we went over to his apartment in Hollywood, and after he showed us his gigantic collection of Nazi memorabilia, he fucking laid out a huge line of crystal meth and ate a steak. He did this huge line of fucking crank and then ate a fucking, like, you know, 16-ounce porterhouse. I was just like, whoa. I mean, I don't know if they were really his teeth, probably not, but yeah, he's been a meth head his entire life, and he's proud of it. You know, he's like, this works for me.
I believe that's what a Motorhead is.
Yeah,
but I mean, is he still living that though?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I've heard he fucking really does not slow
My
down.
bus driver just finished a Motorhead tour. Those guys, he said, basically they party all night. Many nights, he would find Lemmy in the lounge where he was sitting the night before, passed out at the table, a bottle of Jack Daniels in one hand and a Marlboro in the other. And basically he just wakes up, boom, he's at it again.
Yeah,
His rider, his dressing room, he likes to have a big bottle of Jack and sour cream and onion potato chips. Anything healthy isn't allowed within 40 feet of his dressing room.
I'm a firm believer in whatever makes you happy makes you healthy. A lot of these doctors or whatever, they tell us to put all this shit in our bodies or not to do this and that. Honestly, I've never noticed a fucking ounce of difference. Anything I've ever, you know, besides eating baby brains and drinking the tears of children, you know, my diet is pretty horrible, and I'm still pretty svelte.
Well, you got the situation happening.
Well, I just paint on my six-pack, which is pretty good.
You paint on your situation.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I should sell this thing. Odorous is six-pack abs, 2 seconds.
I hope that looks better from the stage.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
I hope the lights on stage help those abs a little more than...
Yeah, an old girlfriend of mine actually thought I was kind of ripped down there, and she's like, where'd they go? I'm like, shut up, put it in your mouth. You're not here to talk.
Right on.
Very good, Odorous.
Well, thanks for having me back, guys.
I want to be on Red Eye this evening.
Yes.
Jimmy Norton.
I know Odorous from Red Eye. We've never met until today, but I see him on Red Eye, and he's funny. Very funny, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to me today. You know,
Stop. You're fine. Odorous is fine. Your costume
Hell yeah.
sucks.
Well, yeah, we're on Red Eye tonight.
Stinks.
I'm looking forward to a big show and all that crap.
Can we see some Odorous video before we go?
Huh?
I want to see some Guar video.
Guar. Ooh, I love to look at myself.
How long you guys been together?
Well, We de-thawed in Antarctica 25 years ago, and we've been, pummeling the music community ever since then. And that's another great thing you can say about Guar is we never stop. You know, a lot of bands will take, like, for instance, the Misfits, who has just become like a debacle of what they once used to be. I mean, they've stopped doing it for 13 years, and then they put out another album. They say it's our 30th anniversary. It's like, come on. This is our 25th anniversary. We've been on this planet for a quarter of a century doing this shit. And, I'm so hot. So let's not get back to me. But anyway, it's just like Guar has offered the most consistently relentless entertainment value since probably the Flintstones. And they have a lot of fun with them, They're not actually seeing that on the radio, are they?
No, but they're listening to it.
This is state policy violence. This is one of our political numbers. Bring back the bomb. Advocating nuclear war. You got so many of them, though. It's like, why have them if you're not going to blow them up every now and then?
You like Old Merciful Fate?
Oh, hell yeah. Huge King Diamond fan.
He's fantastic.
He's absolutely awesome.
How the fuck do you guys play your instruments?
I don't know how you play with all that shit on you.
I'll tell you, anybody who hassles Guar and it's like, oh, they can't play, they're just a show band. Well, they're full of shit. My guys are some of the most talented musicians in metal. I mean, you try to play this kind of stuff with a goddamn dinosaur chewing on your scrotum. It's like, it's not because we suck that we fucking look like monsters from outer space. It's because we want to do the most outrageous show possible. But the cornerstone of the band is the music. That's where it all starts. That's where it all finishes. If the band didn't rock, we wouldn't have been around for 25 years. If people are so stupid out there that they're still going, oh, Guar, it's just like a joke band. It's like, then they haven't listened to any of our records,
Do you think Venom was more of a show band where they really weren't great musicians?
Yeah, but I never even thought about the show thing with Venom. I just loved them so much, And you know what I'm talking about, Jim? It's like, there used to be so many great bands like that, And it's just like, what is happening? Especially with like the overly manicured facial hair, like stoppy-starty new metal crap. I can't stand that shit.
Stoppy-starty.
It's just like so many changes in it. It's just like, there's no riff, there's no groove, there's no soul to the music anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like, you gotta pick it up, boys. Odorous is throwing down the gauntlet here. We don't need this corporate crap rock, daddy bought me a tour bus. We need the spirit of fucking metal to come back. We need the spirit of Lemmy's warts to infest children everywhere and start doing crystal meth.
Yeah, Lemmy's got like those sugar pops on his.
Dude, he's the fucking great. He opens the show. He opens the show. You having a good evening? And they're like, yeah. Well, we'll soon put a stop to that. We're Motorhead. We're going to clean your clocks. And then they just fucking open up. There's nothing better than that.
This is not a Barry Manilow concert.
Oh, I should be killed.
Oh, yes.
We would do anything to play with Motorhead. We've met Lemmy a few times. He actually came to see Guar. He came backstage. I was just like stumbling out of my armor. He looks at me and he goes, I hope I never have to work that hard. I was like, thanks, Lem.
Lemmy's the shit.
This drummer, how good is Mickey D, man? That drummer is fucking one of the best drummers ever.
Yeah. Well, they're just, they would probably be, it's a tough fight, but I would have to say Motorhead is my favorite all-time metal band. They've had the most consistently awesome sound, and the sound of Lemmy's bass is just so freaking amazing. It's got such a great, just like a growl to it. It's almost like a guitar, but it's still got that bottom end. A lot of bass players go for that fuzzy bass tone, and they really lose the bottom end because they think they're playing a guitar. They're not. And Lemmy is just, there's few people out there that I will worship as living gods, and he's one of them.
He rules. He's got, what's his best piece as far as Nazi memorabilia?
Oh, easily. His SS camel blankets.
What are they?
Gigantic blankets that you put over camels to ride them that have gigantic swastikas and SS runes on them. All like embroidered. Absolutely unbelievable.
Wow, nice.
He's got some serious shit. Like a lot of English people, he's obsessed with history. His collection is vast and truly stupendous. But he's not a Nazi. He just, thinks they have cool clothes.
I've always said the snappiest dressed army ever on the face of the earth in any time period. I saw him wearing, I guess he had what do you have, a nice hat he was wearing in that one shot that Danny pulled up.
Yeah. He was wearing an SS officer's helmet there, and it looks like a hat. And it actually has the Schutzstaffel, or the Death's Head.
Look at that.
Now the Death's Head was basically the symbol of the SS.
Yeah.
It was first just used for the guys who ran the death camps, but later everyone liked it so much they all wanted one.
Yeah, they get jealous with each other, those
like,
Nazis.
why did they get the skull?
Look at them.
But I mean, it is pretty wicked,
Let me make a good Nazi. It looks like he could be a fucking Nazi.
It's just funny. It's like, this is the insignia of our army. A skull. It's like, there's no bullshit. The army's not there to build a school.
Good point.
Absolutely.
How's our war doing? Have you guys ragged on the war at all? What's going on with that? Do you talk about that much?
Well, we got our warmonger president in there now, who's committing more troops.
Yeah.
And I really don't
There's
care.
no way that the United States will ever prevail in Afghanistan militarily. If anyone knows anything about that country, they have tried to conquer that country now for centuries. And no one, from Genghis Khan to Alexander to freaking Gorbachev, no one has succeeded, and no one ever will. And it's just like, maybe the fact that like 95% of the world's dope comes from there has something to do with it, but I just can't figure it out.
Don't you have any kind of futuristic space weaponry you could help us with?
Yeah, we do. We have access to all kinds of that shit. But we are purists in the fact that we just like to use medieval weapons. It's just much more personal.
Yeah.
Nice I can start dropping bombs and, spraying AKs into the crowd,
but when you backhand someone with those gauntlets...
Much, much nicer. The meaty thwack of my syphilitic penis smacking into a braced face. Knocking the braces out of a child's mouth with my penis.
Fantastic.
We recently played a benefit at Fire Island for gay people who have rotting assholes, and it was so great. I was pissing out this stream of cum, and the gay men were leaping up the cum like they looked like salmon. It was just like, After the show, I pulled 3 retainers, 4 gold teeth, and 8 wads of chewing gum out of my dick slit.
Jesus.
All right, listen. Otis is going to be on Red Eye tonight, believe it or not.
Yes, he is.
On the Fox News Show with Jim Norton.
Good for Gutfeld.
I highly recommend you check it out.
What a fucking...
It's just great to see you on the Fox News Channel set dressed as that.
It's so fucking funny to see
It's
that.
amazing.
The logo, the TV's behind you, and there's you discussing the event.
Politics or something. It's like, the funniest thing is they make me, when I get there, the first thing they do is they run at me with a black wrap and just wrap me up from the waist down. They're like, don't basically come anywhere near the building with that thing hanging out.
That could be a problem.
Human resources.
I think Bill O'Reilly was jealous.
You didn't really meet Bill O'Reilly, did you?
No, I lied about that as well.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, Greg is a great guy. He's an old school Guar fan. And like for one weird moment last night,
we're laughing. Hold on, we're laughing because there you are with the Fox News Channel logo. It's just
there's something just inherently wrong about that.
Or an alien monster.
A lot of hot bitches on that show.
My body was taken from
Damn, he gets some. And Greg has the most beautiful wife as well. He's a great guy.
He even talks.
And he's the guy who put Guar back on TV, and that's pretty amazing. Exactly. And look how cute I am.
It's we're working great with the Fox colors. I like that.
Yeah. It works out pretty good. Yeah, Greg's a great guy.
He's funny.
He's funny as hell. He used to run the Maxim in London, I think. I read his book about being over there. I'm actually writing a book right now. I'm scribbling it on in crayon on old pieces of toilet paper, though, so it's kind of not getting there. But if you go to www.rvanews.com, you can read all the stuff about Guar that you ever didn't want to know. And because I've got my book I'm getting ready to do, and I guess that was the part where I try to plug it. But it's absolutely fucking hilarious. It tells it's called Me, Guar, and the Onrushing Grip of Death. And it tells the whole story of Guar from the very sickening beginnings to whatever it is that we're doing right now, though the sickening part has remained consistent.
How I forget the name of Gutfeld's first book. His second one's not out. It's fucking hilarious.
That's what inspired me actually to finally put together all my grotesque stories. Was reading Greg's book. It's about him when he's in England.
Like if that asshole can do it,
it's very funny.
Of course I can.
He's actually last night I was doing the show and I looked down in the barricade before it broke, and there was this one security guard that was stripped to the waist who looked just like Greg, and for one moment I thought, Why is Greg Gutfeld stripped to the waist in the slam pit at a Guar show? But
probably because he's an alcoholic. That could be it.
Is he?
Oh, Gutfeld's a drunk.
Does he drink like him? Okay, well, good. We'll be hitting the bars tonight.
He likes his wine.
Does he?
Yeah, we did the show Thursday and went out afterwards, and he was.
Does that creep think he's a gentleman?
A lot of drunks will start drinking wine to kind of cover up for the fact that they're completely drunk.
Yeah.
You know, wine supposedly doesn't, like, get you drunk. That's what Al Jurgensen did. We talked about him a lot last time.
Wine
He's
gets
like,
you
yeah, Al
fucked
doesn't
up.
drink anymore, man. He doesn't do heroin. He just drinks wine, man. Yeah, like 8 bottles a day. That still will fuck you up.
Certainly will. Odorous, we're actually behind on reads now.
Well, I can see over there, and yes, and I'm out of here.
We will see you
There
on
goes
Red
Odorous.
Eye with Jimmy Norton
tonight.
this evening.
On the Fox
Yes,
News
guys,
channel.
thank you very much for having me back. Jim, great meeting you.
You too, Odorous.
Send the fumigation bill to Sleazy. And I promise, if you guys ever have me back on here today, I will bring a brand spanking new armored war suit. It won't smell at all.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys.
Odorous.
There goes
Take it
Odorous.
easy, traveling back.
Can someone get the door for Odorous? He
On
can't.
the carpet and
Look at his head. What the fuck, Odorous?
his shoulder swords
With his
hit
fucking-
everything
with his
on his way out.
With his little thong.
Get E-Rock in
With
here
his little
immediately.
thong bottom.
Where's
on.
E-Rock?
Yeah, where's E-Rock?
Get E-Rock in
I
here
want
immediately.
E-Rock to
has to
smell the
smell.
seat.
He has to smell
the seat.
Because he was pretty much sitting on the seat with fucking
Get E-Rock.
just his bare ass on the seat.
Just his ass.
Yeah, just his ass.
Just his ass, right there on the seat. I want E-Rock to stick his face right on
So
there.
do I.
And sniff away.
And the seat will go yuck. Get that-
Oh my God, that thing just stinks.
God, it smells.
He's very entertaining.
Yeah. The studio stinks on ice, though. Wait till the Ron and Fez show come in here. You know it's not going to diffuse.
He just banged into equipment going down the hall.
He can't. How does he get
can't really
anywhere with
see.
that?
He's a monster. How does he fly on the plane with the monster hat?
I don't know. They won't let him on with those big knives on his shoulders. That's for sure. I bet he has to check that. Yeah, God, Guar's been around forever, huh?
All right, let's go to break. I don't
Yeah.
really see
E-Rock.
I don't really
Where's
see
no E-Rock? Where's E-Rock?
All right, MIA.
All right, fuck it.
Okay.
MIA.
All right, after the break. We got to take a break.
MIA.
Opie and Anthony, stay there.
A mightily incompetent asshole.
Mate.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 8 new voice messages. First voice message.
Hey, this is Ryan from Pennsylvania. I want to give a big fuck you to my boss that called me first thing in the morning on Monday to let me know that all the bullshit that he had told me up till now about my paycheck all of a sudden magically just goes away, and they're going to take back everything that they paid me for the last 2 months. And now for the next couple months, I'm working for no pay. Fuck you.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to give a big fuck you to the douche answering the damn phone. I wanted to say something about Steven Seagal that nobody ever brought up. It was fucking hilarious, and the faggot hung up on me. Fuck you.
Next message.
I just want to say fuck you to my wife after 6 years telling me she don't love me after I worked my ass off for her and my 2 kids. Fuck you. Then you tell me you want me back again when I'm finally over you. Fuck you again.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to give a big fuck you to my wife. You know I didn't want to have any more children. You fucking took your IUD out without my approval, and now you're telling me that you miscalculated the fucking date? Fuck you. I don't want any more goddamn kids.
Next message.
Yeah, this fuck you goes out to all you unoriginal dickholes wishing cancer upon everybody. Get a new line, fuck nuts. And I hope you all die of cancer.
Next message.
I would just like to send a big fuck you to the bug-eyed bitch who came to work sick, breathed in my fucking face, and now I've got this stupid cold. I hope the next time you get sick, it's AIDS.
Next message.
Yes, this is Governor Ventura. I would like to give a big fuck you to me for getting my ass handed to me by little Jimmy Norton. F me, F for my paint, F you.
Next message.
I want to say fuck you to all the children that Adeline Frunkit.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.